are back. The time is now.
The one and only Benfica at St. James's Park. People can't. I don't see people. Am I not? Now I am. There we go. Welcome, folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I don't know what's happened there, but we are back in business. Newcastle United set to face Benfica at St. James's Park. And it's going to be a very, very difficult match, I would say. We're not in a good form, so we'll see what we can do. Of course, don't forget to smash the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. You can super chat right away. Get your donations in. That's the only way we can get funded for the for the live match commentary. We turn the ads off so all of you can enjoy without ad breaks, without any of that nonsense, and it's uninterrupted. A live show here. So please, if you can donate, if it's in your heart to do that today, you can do that by super chatting or gifting memberships away or becoming a member yourself. And I see Trolls already has done that. Thank you very much, Trolls, for that. He gifted a membership today, just now as we kicked off, and it's gone to Dark Side of the Moon. So welcome, Dark Side of the Moon, NTTV Plus. If you haven't upgraded yet, please upgrade your membership to NTTV Plus, the second tier, where you get every single thing that we do for you. So there you go. And if it's not the time to super chat or donate, you just simply hit that like button and help support the channel that way. Welcome. It's Jordy, the Jordy Yum Yum, Gary with the American Mag. Chris is me. Welcome, folks. And how you doing, Gary? All good?
Yeah, very good. Just having a quick look at the two lines up. I thought they were going to go 5 at the back, but it looks like they've taken a player out that played the weekend at the back 4 and brought Thomas Araujo in. So it looks like it's going to be another back 4. But I'm just playing around with a couple of things, seeing who's going to be playing left back for them. Because I know Araujo is dominant on the right-hand side, can play right back or right midfield, as well as the right centre-back. So it's going to be an interesting one, who goes across onto that left-back scenario. But we'll see, because Dahl has been removed from the squad, so not sure what's happening there.
Yeah, let me see if we got Eddie Howe here. Let me see if we already got Eddie Howe.
Sandro,
can you hear that?
So we're just pleased to have him fit and available.
I can hear it, yeah. It's not on the screen, though, at the minute. Can't hear it now, it's gone across.
Can you not hear that?
No. Nada.
I don't think we played badly.
That's better.
The points and the wins that we possibly deserve, but then I always believe you create your own luck. So I think we've got work to do to find our very best levels.
Well, what do you think, Eddie, you need to do? Because I think the performances, you spoke about Brighton at spells in the game. You was playing really well. What are the key things you have to do well tonight to change that into a result?
Well, I think tonight we're going to see an opponent that's going to be very difficult to break down. They're going to be very well organised, possibly playing on transitions, but that's not to say they can't be aggressive and take the game to us as well. So I think maybe a little bit of patience today, hopefully a really good, quick St. James's Park performance. I think we need the hallmarks of what we do well here to be really evident tonight.
Yeah.
Eddie, just you know the changes, Murphy and Ramsey. Do you think they offer you more of a goal threat?
I think, yeah, well, we hope so, of course. I think Ramsey's a really, really good player. We're really happy to have him with us. It's going to be a really big opportunity for him tonight to show his technical qualities. He's very good in tight spaces, which I think we may need today. And Louis Miley's just an excellent footballer. I mean, he did really well when coming on against Brighton. For me, he deserved to start this game.
Tell us a bit about how you view this game, because it's a tough start to the Champions League, tough end to the Champions League phase as well. Are these the kind of games that you look at and you think they're becoming must-wins even this early on?
I think every game we feel that way. I don't think anyone else, especially ourselves, will let us feel any different. You know, the Barcelona game was a brilliant experience, although we came out on a wrong result. It was a great response against Union. But you're right, I don't think we can wait. We need points and we need wins. And these are the type of games that will define our progression.
It was a really good
start.
All right,
Eddie Howe there. Those are the initial comments. He did make some changes that we're going to get to in just a few moment. Everything coming in at once. Eddie Howe, this is all live, so Eddie Howe starts speaking, so we had to pause there for a second. Folks, smash the like button. We are live, doing the build-up, doing the live match commentary, and of course the full-time reaction of this match. Champions League back. It's at St. James's Park for the second time now this season. Under the lights, Walter Mata in the building, Joe Linton looking like Terminator. Will he do anything? Let's actually, let's go to the lineup. Let's not funny around, because I haven't even seen the lineup, to be honest with you. So let's go there, and there you go. Joe Linton is a miss. So the lineup for Newcastle United, I'm going to work to put it on the screen as soon as possible. But the lineup for the Magpies is Pope at goal, Trippier, Butman, Gordon, Malik Chiao, Murphy, Voltamata, Byrne, Bruno Guimaraes, Ramsey, and Miley. Eddie Howe making a big change with Joe Linton taking him out, in my opinion. As far as, not you wouldn't say a difficult change, but he's certainly proving people wrong that he wouldn't make this adjustment. Maybe he is turning the things around. Thank you to all the super chatters and the ones that gift the membership. We're going to get to you in a minute. A lot is going on right now, Gary. It's a lot, man.
It's what it's all about, mate. We've got to keep the pressure on. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
We're working hard behind the scenes, so all your support out there in Viewerland is more than welcome. So yeah, let's do the team, and then we'll get into it.
This is lineup right here for Newcastle United. You can see it. Obviously, we don't have it in the shape of how they're going to play with each other, but we can now quickly and in a hurry make a quick summary of how we're going to play, because we got Trippier. I'm assuming he's going to be on the right side, Butman and Chiao in the middle. You got Byrne on the left side, and then you got the midfield with Miley. Tonali not playing right now, starting, but he is on the bench. That right there, that change. If he's on the bench, that means he can play. Why is he not playing tonight? That's probably your best player on the pitch or in the whole squad. Why is he not playing tonight is the big question. But I feel like we're going to do well a lot in the team. And let me just thank Queen of Heart for gifting 5 membership. Thank you very much, Queenie. It's been lovely. Thank you very much for your kind support. It's going to Neil Loughlin, Anthony Brett, Edmund Cuningway, Steve Cook, and Peter Moyle. Welcome to the membership club. Renew your membership. Trust me, it is worth it. As well as thank you to Michael McIntyre for the £10 already in the piggy bank for Mighty Wins pints in the Toon. Hopefully he'll send us some videos and we can play them. Gary, let's talk about the line. Do you got the kind of how we're going to be?
I mean, it literally is where, virtually apart from one, I did think he'd probably play Gordon or Elanga, because Elanga, as shown at Barcelona, did compete very well, broke the lines well, I thought, against Barcelona. Seems to come alive, and I thought he'd have a little bit more faith, but he's not. He's gone with Barnes and Murphy in the side, and he's taken the rest out of the team. You're saying before about Tonali not being in the squad. Is that the right move? He's on the bench. He's got to be fit. Well, we know he missed training. He's just getting over an illness. So does that mean he's getting to that point where he's? I don't know if he's making massive changes at all. The one thing that makes me laugh when he turned around and said Miley played really well, so he must start today. I mean, you can take that as a bit of a pinch of salt, if you like, because at the end of the day, we know if Tonali was playing, he wouldn't be in the squad. But I think that's the only reason Tonali's on the bench is the fact that he's obviously just coming back from suffering a bug, probably not feeling 100%, but what a player to come on if needed. The only thing that really bugs me with this side again, we've gone to 2 goalkeepers. We've brought the under-21 keeper in, and Alex Murphy's on the bench as well. I mean, everybody's been questioning whether he should start at left back instead of Dan Byrne. Interesting stat that I looked on, and it looks like Dan Byrne has lost a lot of aerial battles this season, considering 6'6". But when we watch him, he doesn't seem to lose that many. But according to some stats out there, he's lost more than a fair share of them. So I think the back four will stay the same. I don't think that'll change. I think the only thing I would like to see, and I'm hoping it does, is if Bruno drops into the 6, because obviously Miley's been playing there recently, unless we go and play with the 2 sitters, with Bruno and Miley at the back, and allow Ramsey that free roll in front in the 10 to probably get alongside Voltemada. The one thing that for me, Miley looks better as the guy who floats. The guy, I mean, I was listening to you guys last night, and Jamie seemed to think the same thing. For me, Miley comes alive in and around the box. He's got a little bit of vision. He's got them short passes, and I think sometimes a lad who's got the confidence to pass in and around a crowded area, and we've seen it happen against Chelsea when he put in the rat, and we saw it last weekend when he squared it to Voltemada, and Voltemada scored that worldie. I think sometimes you've got to try and play the positive game. And I think there's two things that are going to happen here. It's either going to be Ramsey and Miley moving forward, or potentially it could be the fact that we've got 2 sitting just to keep an eye on Sudakov and Pavlidis, because, again, we do need a little bit of cover in front of our back line. We saw what happened against Brighton when they played the high line. And that is what I think Benfica are going to do. Rios is really good. Berenguer. I just wanted to have a quick look at the Benfica side, because unfortunately I haven't got the substitutions, because I know there's a young lad that's come from their academy that because of a knock, he'd been playing at the under-21s again, but he was available to be picked tonight and selected tonight, and he's not involved, I don't think. Unless he's on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see what their bench is like. But again, disappointment for me is not putting one of the under-21s on instead of a keeper. To me, it's all about confidence building. It's about team squad building now. And I think this is a massive bit of experience that any young lad could have had tonight if given the opportunity to come and sit on the bench.
Yep, and we're gonna again refresh the lineups once we get to Benfica. 'Cause I'm looking for it, and you were mentioned, of course, but just to reiterate,
I have got the line up, Chris. If you want to have a look at them,
yeah, if
I have got it, but it just doesn't show. Oh, let me just pop that across onto there. Sorry, I've just closed that off really quick. The Benfica one is.
By the way, Gordon is playing, so somebody was asking, athletically lazy, asking about it. He is playing.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's Barnes. So, yeah, it's because I haven't took Barnes out. It was when Wynn was questioning it. You're right, it's my fault. I'd got Barnes and Gordon on the side, but he wasn't showing. So, yeah, you're right. Gordon instead of Barnes, sorry.
And that's the Benfica lineup right there in front of your screen. Let me see. Let me get it here. And there we go. So we got Trubin at goal, Antonio Barrenechea at number 5, Orsnes, I think is how you say it. Sudakov in the building as well, with Luke Bacchio, Pavlidis, Dedic, Richard Rios, Colombian, they just signed him, Nicolas Otamendi, the Argentinian World Cup winner, and Thomas A. So there you go. That's Benfica. I think that Newcastle can really go at them. I don't think that we have anything to fear, but I do. Maybe there is a reason to why Tonali shouldn't play from the get-go. Maybe Eddie Howe has chosen to choose that weapon when he needs it in the later minutes of the game, where you can obviously determine, what the outcome gets determined, really. And so maybe that's the reasoning, but it's still very much a gamble, and it's still a risk, by not playing your best player from the get-go. I don't have an issue with Ramsey. Obviously, I think Ramsey, I would like to see what he's going to do today. I'm excited to see what he's going to do today. Joe Linton not playing, I think that was a good decision. I think everybody now we're in agreement with the fact that Joe Linton, unfortunately, doesn't give you the quality that you need. And with Tonali out, you can't have only a Bruno in there that will have to, create. You gotta add other players to him. I think Ramsey can do that back and forth all the time. He has the stamina to do it and help out in defense as well. So I think that's going to be great. Mighty win already in and around St. James's Park. So let me get this sorted over here, and we can take a listen to what Mighty Win has to say already outside in the St. James's Park around in the surrounding areas. Let's take a listen to Mighty Win.
Hey, we have got, not who I was telling you was coming on, but we've got Simon Dobson, and he reckons Dobson is the Smith of Newcastle, because there is plenty Dobsons around in Newcastle, to be fair, and we've just seen the lineup, so what do you reckon, Simon?
It's a difficult one. I'm hoping, looking at it, I'm not convinced by it, but I'm hoping that there is a master plan at work here. Ramsey and Miley starting out, I would have thought we would have gone a bit stronger than that, but maybe he sees in how we trust, right?
Oh,
So,
right,
you know,
right. Now, by the way, folks, I did not know he was going to say that.
we have to go with it, and then we can do the very British thing when it all turns to shit. Can I say that? Sorry, I don't know. That we blame him. So let's see what the evening brings anyway.
So 2020 hindsight, blame Howe for doing what.
That's what everyone does these days.
Yeah.
It's the curse of the manager. That's why they get the big bucks.
That's why they get the big bucks, indeed. Okay, Simon, thanks very much,
Pleasure.
mate. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Michael McIntyre, for the £2 super chat there. Appreciate it very much indeed. I mean, it's the guy in Eddie We Trust. There's really on match day. There's nothing you can do about it but say on Eddie We Trust, and of course hopefully he gets it right. But if he gets it wrong, we got to call it out. It's simple as that, man. It's so simple. Any other questioning of the team, of the lineup, the subs for Newcastle United? Thompson at goal, Ramsdale again. As you said, back to 2 goalkeepers, and I know already the chat. It's going at it, of course, with the 2 goalkeeper situation: Shar, Joe Linton, Tonali, Barnes, Kraft, Osula, Ilanga, Willock, and Murphy. I mean, I don't know. Is there a difference between Champions League and Premier League? How many subs you get? How many people you can name for on the list as far as subs?
You do get extra names to be put down, but obviously you can only utilise. I think it's 9, isn't it? Is it 9?
Well, no. Well, it's always a 7 back in the day when we had
12.
3.
It's
3
12.
subs.
They've got 12 named, and I think you can have something like 7 subs. I think something like that, or that's what they're looking for anyway. It's crazy the way the European side does it. Because, like I said, you've got virtually another squad sitting on the bench. I've just had Connor sent me the reserves, if you like, the subs for Benfica. Suarez, Oprador, Ivanovic, Martins, Sheldrup, Dahl, who I thought was going to be playing left back, Arujo, Pereira Arujo, that is, Winder, Veloso, Louis Rego, Prios, and Lima. It seems to be their bench, and it's not the young lad that I thought would be coming through from the academy. So obviously not recovered enough.
That's right. By the way, mods, please close up the fan forum on WhatsApp so folks can come on here and have a chat in here, because that's what we're here. We're getting together. We're gathering. Everybody's gathering together to have a good watch at the match. So please do that. If I'm not, I think I talked to Mighty Mag already to do that early on. If you don't mind doing that, please. So that gets alone and everybody comes here on the chat, because this is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle United facing Benfica at St. James's Park once again under the lights. To be honest with you, we do need it. I mean, we do need the points. Eddie Howe said it in the very beginning of the show. We do need the points. Even the happy clappers yesterday, said if we lose today, it would be that was not. It's not good. It's not good at all. And you got tough grounds to go to. Marseille. You got to go to Athletic Bilbao. You talk about atmosphere. They're not falling behind as far as atmosphere is concerned. So you gotta count. You gotta make sure you take advantage when you have that crowd advantage, the atmosphere, and this will be one of the matches. I see Benfica. I don't see anybody really. I like the Rios kid, the Colombian kid they signed, but I mean, other than that,
he's not really performed. I mean, not to the heights that he comes with, because I mean he was playing really well. Not really performed great for Benfica, to be fair. I mean, I like. There's a couple of players in there that are real. I mean, I think Sudakev's, a really Sudakov, I should say. He's a good player. Plays in that 10 slot. We all know Pavlidis has got a goal or 2 in him. Arsnes is the one that seems to be running the ball. He's the one that seems to be the pace one who wants to get past the defender. And obviously Luca Bacchio, which is going to be up against Dan Burn. He's very much pace and hasn't really got the delivery. But, when you've got time, if you've beaten your fullback and you've got a little bit more time on the ball, can he, be the one that unhinges us in the end? So there's a couple of, issues. But again, we know with Barankeli, I can never say his name, Benanechia and Rios, who will sit a little bit, allow his Sudakov to roam. They are going to play with a 6-man lineup at times, so it's going to be deep, looking for the break. Luca Bacchio with the pace, and that's what Newcastle have to do. It's going to be, a 5-4-1 at times, a 4-5-1, the same as Newcastle when we go deep. So it is what, a system that Eddie Howe has failed many a time in the past to break a low block. And I do think that Benfica will be looking for the ball over the top to break away, because that, to me, when you look at pen on paper now and you look at player for player, Newcastle are a far superior side. At home as well. I think if we don't get a win here, then there's something wrong, and there's got to be questions asked because this isn't one of the best Benfica sides I've ever seen.
No, not at all. They got a lot of Champions Leagues though, but from back in when Eusebio played back in
I mean, they made the name in the 60s. I mean, that's like I say, I started watching them in the late 60s, early 70s, and they were a force then. They were one of the big boys back then.
And they are in Portugal, but in Europe, it's kind of unheard of to see them, be protagonists in the Champions League at least. Please help us reach our goal: 10 super chats in this whole live stream. Just not much, to be fair, in 3 hours time that we're going to be live. There you go, trolls already with the super chats. Hope Burn and Trips are already on it, are really on tonight, is what Trolls is saying there, with 50 North Korean krona. No,
thank you, mate.
No, it's a Norwegian, not North Korean. But I'll never live that down. And Geotoon as well for gifting a pound there. Says 3 red hearts. Oh, it's a super sticker. There you go. Thank you very much, Geotoon, and all of you out there. Let us know your predictions in the chat as well. Corner phrase going 6-1 Newcastle.
Wow. That's excellent.
Well, that's a big ask. That's a big ask. Let's go with the chat here, though. Peter, NUFC, if they don't win, they don't win as long as they try the hardest. Well, you say that, but I mean, unfortunately, in this football life, it just doesn't work that way. So somebody usually ends up losing their job. Not in this match in particular, but if results are not there, eventually it'll happen. And I don't want that. So I want Newcastle to play good and perform and win. Most importantly, we need to get to that point. I
mean, I'm just looking at the teams gone by. When you look at Benfica team, Bernardo Silva, Fernandes, Neves, Felix, Carreras at the back, Diaz, Lindelof, Cancelo, Oblak in goal. They had some side, Darwin Núñez up front with Ramos alongside him when they played the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-2-2, if you want to go that way. They've had some really good players, in their side. And that's what I said, when you look at this side now, it's way off the team that they used to be. And all we've got to do, and I know it sounds crazy, is if we turn up like we played against Barcelona, then the game's ours. The thing for me is, have we got enough quality in front of goal? Because that is seriously where we've been lacking. Everywhere else across the park, even when we've played underachieved, not when we've played poorly, but underachieved, we're only really losing by the odd goal, and I think that is the difference. If you're not taking your chances the other end, all the pressure then goes on to your defenders and midfielders to keep going. And when when you have an off day in midfield, like we did the weekend against Brighton, then obviously you've always got a chance of losing.
Big shout out to KUP, man. I think your name is John, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you from back in the day. I have a good memory, man. Cool. Shout out, welcome back from Norway as well, or from North Korea. Welcome, and thank you for the 25 Norwegian krona. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much, and welcome back. And also, Troll celebrating, if I'm not mistaken, how many months there is a member. let me see here. They go back there. I can't see it. Well, unfortunately, it's not highlighted over here, so that's why I can't really recognize it. But I think there you go, celebrating 17 months of member. Looking forward to see Miley and Ramsey. Well, yes, I mean, I know what Miley can do, but I'm really happy the players coming out now onto the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. We are watching the players coming out to St. James's Park, applauding some of the fans that are still there. Mighty Win still getting drunk outside of St. James's Park, not in the building yet. So there you go. They will park the buses, Peter, NUFC. Talking about Mighty Win, how about we take a listen to his take? I'm assuming this is going to be his prediction take here.
Hey, howdy doody. Well, team's just been announced. You wanted changes, you've got changes.
30 minutes ago, by the way.
J7 and Tenali on the bench. Enter the arena, Ramsey and young Miley. It's a brave call, I think. It's a very brave call. But.
Get it out, man. We ain't got all night.
It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Let's hope we all have our frocks blown up and they can produce a performance to beat the once mighty, and I use the word once advisedly, Benfica, because they ain't the force they were once upon a time.
Man,
I'm still quietly confident. I think we've got enough in the locker.
He's not matching the energy, by the way.
Have we got the midfield recovery pace without Tenali in the team to cover the gap between the midfield three and the back four if and when they do get the ball and start passing? That's my kind of worry. I hope I've got another fan coming on shortly. I'm desperately trying to persuade him to get on. Bookie and the Bedwetters will love him because he's singing from their hymn sheet, so never let it be said that the Mighty Win is not impartial.
He doesn't put him on the screen, that's why.
And I'm hoping, and this is a guy that travels up from Lincoln every single match. So he's got like an 8-hour round trip for every home game. God bless him. He's a good friend of a friend of mine. And I'm sure if I can get him to come on camera, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that I've actually introduced him to the show. But let's see how that one goes in the future. Nevertheless, I'm still quietly confident. At least Tenali and J7 are on the bench. Let's see what we do. How are the lads?
There you go. He finally got it out. Oh, man.
Proves that we're wangers.
Right, anyway, so there you go. Help us reach 100 likes already, folks. Come on. It's not much. It's a lot of you, 298 of you watching. So help us reach 100 likes. It's not much. And also help us reach our goals, 10 super chats on YouTube. We got 3 in, and so we got 7 to go. Help us out, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of comments. Oh, and mods, please, if you can put on the prediction chat. Oh, there we go. The run turn. And by the way, tell you what, it's 30 after before I forget. Well, actually, I haven't made anybody there. Admin anyway, so they can chat it down. But because we need to close that, we're gonna close it right now, actually. And before I forget, because I don't want anybody putting in any predictions and trying to cheat, because it's easy to lose track of things. But we are at St. James's Park. We're not really, but you get the point. We are Newcastle United set to face Benfica at St. James's Park. Mourinho, of course, he's been camera all over Mourinho this whole afternoon already. I don't know what Win is hoping that he's going to stop by the statue and kiss it and hug it. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We are looking on the screen here at Voltemata, and it seems like at least TNT. That's where you can watch it legally, by the way, and that's the only way we can support. We can promote it. TNT Sports, and you can watch the game live and synchronize it with us. We will show you the clock, and you can sync and enjoy the match with us. And react with us. Is Voltemata going to be? Look at that one, that goal, unbelievable.
That's
against
quality, wasn't it?
right. Is he going to be the one? Is he the answer, really? But I think that he's been the answer. It's just that he's got to get fed more, and I think maybe Ramsey is the key to do that.
I mean, yeah, you look at the most goals, first 5 Premier League, appearances, like Remy 5, Voltemata 4, Les Ferdinand, Owen, Wilson. So he's on the path, if you like. The problem is for me, as you say, is quality of delivery in the final third. And I think if you'd got 2 players that are, or say 3 players that are on the same as him, somebody from midfield playing in the slot, two wingers that were producing chances. Imagine what the lad's turnover would be, because to me, in front of goal at this present moment in time, he is on fire. And that's where, you need to be firing the ball into him while he's got this confidence, while he's on this form. I can't see anybody touching him, if I'm honest with you. But again, it's like I said, Jacob Murphy, we know, can give you the odd goal. But for me, it's all about delivery of the ball. Anthony Gordon needs to start delivering with goals, or at least chance creations, because that is where, also we seem to be failing. And all the onus, as we saw, is on Voltemata at the moment. And if he doesn't score 2-3 goals, you have to question where the other goals are going to come from. And that's been the big thing.
Well, again, there could be an expectation that Ramsey can also contribute in that way. Maybe a lot on Ramsey's shoulder already. This is literally his third game, if you will. Yeah, I think third game overall that he's going to play for Newcastle United. But maybe the expectation is on his shoulders, because if it's not him, somebody was asking, where's Willock? Willock is on the bench, but clearly not going to be him. He's got way too many.
I think that sail has gone, mate, if I'm honest with you now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've just had reports that they're looking to loan out Sean Neve, who's, again, we were talking about, Howe not playing in a 10. And yet, if you look at the under-21s, Sean Neve seems to have sat in a more of a deeper role and playing really well as that 10. And according to the reports, there's a couple of them that could go out on loan. Shahar is another one that they're looking for loan deals. They've attracted lots of interest from EFL clubs, and it looks more likely to move in the 2nd of January when the transfer window opens again. So again, is that going to be a good development stage for them? Well, yeah, I think it is. It's all about getting them ready and prepared for the season after, so they can step up into the senior side.
Yeah, I mean, it's we'll have to see tonight. It's a very important game. The key players, I think Voltemata will be part of that. I don't know about their right wing, but Byrne just has to be cautious. Let's come into that agreement. I don't want to slate Byrne or anything like that. Let's just come into an agreement that he needs to watch out, and he needs to just know what he can do. And by the way, I agree with Eddie Howe when he said that this lad would do anything you ask him to. 100%. There's no doubt about it. But he needs to understand what he can and can't do. Clearly, going forward nonstop is not, because he has to get back. He has to get back. It's not the same as a winger coming down to help, and he has to get back up again. But you can trot back, you can walk back. It's not that he doesn't have the same responsibility that the defender has to get back or else. And I think that he needs to understand that. Jacob Murphy is getting an opportunity again over Elanga. That's what people wanted. People got it. So it's up to him to feed Voltemata nonstop. Keep crossing the ball to him with purpose, and let him find it. Maybe that can be a solution. But I think that I was wrong earlier in the week when I was saying that it's not a problem. It's not a player problem. Because I think that if our wingers are on it, I just don't see. It's inevitable for us to score and potentially win games. But our wingers haven't been good. Ilanga hasn't been consistent. Gordon hasn't been any good. You could say Murphy has been solid, but for some reason he doesn't get played all the time. So something's got to give. And Harvey Barnes, people think he's just a sub. So that's the main thing there.
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, it's like everything else. You look at the side and there's loads of people in the chat. I think somebody's put in there earlier. We are slating Benfica, who have got 30 years history. This isn't a Benfica side of yesteryear, and for me, if you was to put Newcastle in the Portuguese league, I think Newcastle would win it year after year. I think you've got to give credit where credit's due, and unfortunately, the Portuguese leagues just isn't strong, and a lot of our sides in the Premier League would go on and finish high in that league, if not push to win it. So I don't want to sound as though Benfica aren't going to be a run over, because they're not. They'll make it difficult. We know, with Mourinho will frustrate. And the longer the game goes on, the more the crowd's going to get on the backs of the players, especially if it's not going right. It just adds to the fire. It just adds to the situation that Newcastle find themselves. So for me, it's about, go and play the game the way it should be played. Play it at the tempo that you're comfortable with and play what you see. And I think the trouble is with our lads, and again, for me, J7 had one of his worst games. I've seen him in a black and white shirt for a long time. Playing in midfield, that is, playing heavy balls to the opposition, not really getting involved. And it's like, again, how much does playing Dan Burn on that left-back situation affect Anthony Gordon in his role and what he wants to achieve on that left-hand side? What instructions has been given to the squad, to say we need to protect the left-hand side, the right wing of the opposition, if you like. So does that stop the progression of Anthony Gordon? Does it make the mindset of Botman move over 2 or 3 yards from his normal position as that left centre-back? So, there's a lot of understanding of what's being issued regarding instructions from the gaffer. So we can't be too hard on Anthony Gordon if he's been asked to do the tracking and the watching. But against Brighton, he looked a bit lax for me. Didn't track the man back that went past him. Didn't really support much towards Dan Burn in that tracking back against Brighton. So again, I only criticise what I see, and that's what I said. I don't always want to see players play just because they've got a name. I want players to play because they've proved themselves, and that doesn't matter who you are, what number you play in.
And you're going to get that tonight, of course, with Eddie Howe making a lot of changes, to be fair. He's taking Joe Linton out, or Tonali's not playing due to illness, or maybe he will come in later on if he's available to come in as a bench player. Now, that means he probably more than likely will come in. J7, we might not see J7 tonight. Maybe he might come in if Ramsey doesn't finish the game. But also Jacob Murphy coming in. That's the third change. I think 3 changes on this team that are pretty significant. But then again, Ilanga can come on and outrun everybody else when everybody else is tired, if that needs to be done. Again, the key, in my opinion, is the wingers. You have to feed Voltemada, and you have to do a little bit of yourself. I think Murphy can score, can shoot. Probably not his best attributes, but he can still get the job done. And on the left-hand side, Gordon has to wake up at some point, because everybody else gets subbed out. Ilanga's criticized. Murphy, when he was criticized as well at the time, last season in particular. And to me, Gordon hasn't been playing good, really, in over a season. Not just this season. Last season, he wasn't any good. So at some point, the lad, he gets all the trust from Eddie Howe, more than others. He's going to have to start paying back some of that trust, because that boat will sail eventually, man. I think also pressure is on his shoulders to perform. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I mean, listen, Benfica, I've got history on us. You know, they've won twice when they've got a draw. And rugby saying there, you know, that it's an opportunity for revenge in 2012, 2013. So coming to St James's Park, last time they come here, we got a draw 1-1, I think it was. The 2 times we've been to Benfica, we've lost 3-2 and 3-1, I think it was, last time I was there. So it wasn't great. And, you know, people, you know, Boki was talking yesterday about all the excuses we give them. They're our bogey side. There is no excuses tonight because, like I say, this isn't a Benfica of old. This is a Benfica that's literally trying to find their way, if you like. And they're only third in the Portuguese league. So, you know, they have got a very dodgy defence, but it's how we play. You've got to look away from what Benfica qualities are. It's the qualities of the Newcastle lads, and it's how they play in the final third, which will determine the result tonight.
Yeah, it's about ultimately. I think that's it. It's about us. Adrian Pickett here saying Gordon might make a decent left wing back one day if he knuckles down. We got more comments here. Rugby. Gordon was decent in the first half of the season. What season? This season? Or what season are you talking about? Because maybe last season. That's what I'm saying. Over the season. So it's been a long time since he's been really good for Newcastle. And there you go. Kenny says, if your plan is give Tonali 25 minutes, should he not be at the start? That's a good question. Again, I think that's a gamble. You know, that it's just it is a gamble. But I don't know. But I think that it's also a legitimate, point to say, I'll put my best player in because I have to choose whether put him in the beginning or later on, to do it later on. Maybe he does make a point. I'm not sure. The results tonight will say if Eddie Howe is true, is right or not. Same way as Voltemata when he didn't play because he must have been tired or whatever. Whether he played the first half of Barcelona or the second half, it's a difficult one to say the least. You can also argue he should start because Ramsey is still new in the job, and he maybe needs somebody to be back there helping him out if he loses balls or letting him go forward and Tonali stays back. Well, probably I'm assuming Lewis Miley will take the Tonali job and be a 6 for Newcastle tonight. I'm assuming. I would like that anyway because Bruno is a 6. We've known that didn't go well before last season. And maybe not last season, but the season where when Longstaff was playing and Longstaff was on the right. So, but again, at the end of the game, after full time for the match reaction, we'll tell you if he was right or wrong, because unfortunately that's the way it works. I
think for me, if Ramsey goes and plays in the slot that he played for Villa, and that's left side of 10, he causes a lot of problems there. The one thing that would benefit Newcastle is it keeps Gordon from cutting in. And if he does cut in, what you've got there is a like-for-like job that J7 does with a little bit more pace, if you like, because Ramsey can go on the outside if Gordon comes into the slot. So for me, you put Ramsey there, it keeps Gordon pinned to that wing. We know if Voltemada comes into the centre right side of position, he can ghost through off hopefully, do a type of Welbeck scenario off Silva and Otamendi. And at the end of the day, we know the quality Otamendi brings you at the back forward. He's a good all-round player. He's got a decent brain on him. He's played at a good level of football. The trouble is he's got a young lad with Antonio Silva next to him. And apparently that's, like I say, where they've committed a lot of issues. I mean, like I said, they've had to change the fullbacks. It looks like Thomas Arujo has come on at right back. That's what I believe it'll be, with Dedic going over to the left back scenario. Again, not a tried and tested situation because they've had Dedic at right back for most of this season. So, have we got another challenge there? And the reasons why I think they've done that is because Dedic hasn't got a lot of pace. So they've put Arujo on there to try and match Gordon with a little bit of pace. Dedic is more the one that likes to push on a little bit and move on. So is that going to challenge Murphy? Are we going to have to drop in a little bit if that happens? Again, very similar to the way Brighton play. But I have all the confidence in the lads that go out there. It's just the formation that Eddie Howe goes for. And if Eddie Howe goes for a 4-3-3 again and plays a low 3 in the midfield, with no support to either wing or Voltamada, then he deserves every criticism he gets.
It's plain and simple, ladies and gentlemen. Rugby, I have seen Benfica fans say that Araujo is better than Silva at the back. Michael Mick says, he is, and hopefully stays fit. I don't know who's talking about there. Let me see more comments here. Gavin Fuller, he can't play every game, says maybe about Tonali. Well, yeah, you're right, but you can also argue that this is an important game, and players do need to play. This notion that every important player just rests in important games, that is nonsense. Best players play on the important games every time. Yeah, usually they rest in the cups, in the early stages or whatever. But listen, it is what it is, and we'll see how it goes. James Cuff here says if a player can only do 25, 30 minutes, then obviously you don't start him and sub him off in the first half. Yeah, well, you would think he would just finish the first half, but all right. Let me see here. Wise Guy, same ref and VAR ref from PSG game tonight, and that was a bad game, by the way. It was a handball, and that was poor. Nobody talked about that, by the way, only the Toon fans, but nobody else got outraged because of that. It was a clear and evident that it wasn't a penalty. I'm sorry, in favor of PSG. I think it was a Livramento so-called handball, but it wasn't. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully he is on his game and he's not relevant. Because that's what we want from referees, of course, that they're not relevant. That way, everything is hunky-dory. More comments here. Thought Benfica were unbeaten this season, says Kenny. I'm not sure. I'm not following Benfica, really. Steve Cook. Ricky D says 3 home games in a row against decent opposition before a trip to struggling West Ham. But it could be something that ignites Newcastle to go on a good run, and we definitely need a victory in the Champions League. It's just a must. At this point, Gary, when you don't start, when your season is not good, or you haven't been getting the points you need, all of a sudden everything, you're gonna have to pay that debt. It's like pushing your debt for later. I'll pay it later. I'll pay it later. Well, now you're gonna have to pay back. You have to get points now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Wooden made an important call, if you like, last night on the second part of the show, when he says, to get through into the qualifying, you've got to have your 11 points. At the end of the day, we could be going into our third game with 3 points, so you've got to be looking at 4 wins out of the teams that you're facing home and away. So it's a tall ask when you're looking at that amount of wins. So it's not a case of this is just Benfica and we're going to turn up and play and we're going to win. You've still got to get a formation that gets the results. You've still got to get a team. And again, if no team can be motivated to come and play these type of evenings at St James's Park, then they shouldn't be wearing black and white shirts. So, for me, this has got the makeup of being an old-fashioned stroke, type of game. But have we got the quality to win this? Yes, we have, and that's what the frustrating part is. But we've just got to be better in the final third, and the only way we're going to get better. I mean, for me, I'm really glad to have a look at Jacob Ramsey start. He did well when he came on for J7 the weekend against Brighton. He didn't put a pass wrong, if memory serves me right. I think he was 100%. But at the end of the day, he played in there was no forward movement with him. It was a bit lax. It was all easy passes. So it wasn't exciting. That's what I'm trying to say. I thought Miley did well when he came on, made an effort to get into the box and support. And I think we need more of that. And that's what makes me think, it could be the fact that you get Ramsey on the left-hand side, Miley on the right-hand side supporting Voltamada, and it'll be Bruno that sits in the 6. So you should have plenty of bodies to aim for, and hopefully Jacob Murphy and Trippier continue with their partnership as they've done. They seem to be working really well together from seasons gone by. They know each other's game. So you look at it on paper, there should be no excuses.
That's right. That is very right, folks. Don't forget to smash the like button. Help us now. You helped us get to 100 already. So help us get to 200 right now. Help us out if you haven't hit the like button already. Newcastle United going with Nick Pope, Trippier, Butman, Gordon, Chow, Murphy, Voltamada, Byrne, Bruno Guimaraes, Ramsey, and Miley with the subs of Thompson, Ramsdale, Fabian Scher, Joe Linton, Tonali, Barnes, Kraft, Osula, Ilanga, Willock, and Murphy. So that is the squad that's to beat Benfica tonight at St. James's Park. JJ starting, as they call him, Jacob Ramsey. He's also a guy that there's a lot of expectations, but for his own career himself, he wants to prove people wrong. Obviously, leaving Villa, a club that he loves, it wasn't easy. They also let him go. It's like the Anderson situation where you think there's a talented guy here, but we have to sell him. We're going to sell him. If it was Tonali, nobody would have sold Tonali, right? Because Tonali is established. And so Anderson, you can feel like the talent is there, but if we need to sell him, we sell him. That's the same thing that happened with Ramsey. Talented guy, injuries here and there. So if they needed to sell him, they sold him. So a lot to prove for Ramsey as well in his personal career. Hopefully that benefits Newcastle United because we definitely need it. Another player that's an old dog out there in the wilderness, Kieran Trippier, on the right back position. I'm assuming he's been criticized as well. Some of his passes, some of his losing the ball, getting skinned at times. He also needs to be smart when going forward, and he's gonna have to sharpen that right leg, man. Because we're going to the days where Trippier was lethal with those crosses. Doesn't seem to happen that often anymore. So we need everybody on point.
Yeah, just going back on what the lads were saying in the chats, Benfica are unbeaten this season, but they drew 2 games against really poor opposition. That's why, was it Lage, their previous coach before Mourinho, got the sack, got the boot. And that's what I'm saying. They're conceding goals, sloppy goals against really poor opposition. And that's why I think, under a bit of press tonight against a lad who's really on form in front of goal, he just needs supply. He just needs somebody to give him the supply, and I can see a few goals get going through tonight. And I think it's about this. To me, is the perfect confidence game to go into the weekend, because it ain't going to be an easy game the weekend.
No. And also, you get a lot of rest for Fulham.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're playing Tuesday, so you get a lot of rest for that game. So the rest thing shouldn't be an issue at all. Let me see. Go some comments. 3-1 Tunes is QUP. Let us know your prediction in the chat, folks. Tell us what you think. How's this match going to end? Let us know in the comment section down below. Tonali is irreplaceable, says Toon Nut. Well, I agree, but unfortunately, we're going to have to start without him. It is what it is tonight. Champions League back in action, ladies and gentlemen, this week, starting today. What other matches are going on right now?
There's quite a few decent ones. Arsenal are playing, aren't they? Yeah. Not 100% sure the rest of them at the minute.
We'll try to keep an eye on things. I'm sure they're going to let us know here on the live feed. So don't forget to smash the like button and help us out. Everybody's getting ready already for the match. St. James's Park will be electrifying tonight under the lights. And here we go.
Welcome back to St. James's Park.
Look at that. Filled up. No space left. Mighty Win starting to nod off. Mourinho saying hi to the kids in the tunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Don't go anywhere. React with us. Enjoy the game with us. Let's all react together as Newcastle United fans. Mourinho there saying hi to the gentlemen. Benfica players. Newcastle United players. Ready for battle. There's Ramsey back there. Who's really tall, by the way, Ramsey. Doesn't look that way.
It doesn't look that tall, but apparently when he turned up, he was they didn't realise he was something like 6 foot. Ramsey, he just doesn't look that, does he? But I mean, look at Miley. I mean, Miley's a big lad. When you look at him next to Voltamada, he doesn't have to look up much.
would you be saying to this
Oh,
Newcastle
you got
team
Dan
if you were
Burn,
in that
Botman,
state?
Malik Chiao as well.
You'd be getting
I mean,
really
you know,
roughed
all
up.
Yeah,
tall
they're a
lads.
big side.
Let them know
You know,
what
and
it's
you figure aerial games gone when you got
Well
all
done,
these.
Rebecca.
Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you very much for joining the
I know
membership
they
club.
need
I
to
appreciate
come to
that very
a
much
slightly
indeed,
better method
Rebecca.
at Stamford Bridge.
And
Well at Stamford Bridge, I
hope
really
everything
do
is
like
well.
They was nice and solid, and I think it'll be a very similar job what they're trying
We are
to
just
do.
minutes away, folks.
Literature,
Minutes
but
away. There
set
come
them
Joe
up
Linton
pretty strong.
and all the
You can see,
Newcastle United footballers.
try and
What
be
would you feel if
patient.
you're
They've
Joe
got
Linton
enough players
and you're not
with
playing
elite
anything like
I
this?
think he'll be upset with himself if I'm
Yeah,
100%. I mean, he's an honest lad, you know, J7. He realised he wasn't the world's best centre forward when he turned up at Newcastle, and you know he struggled, and we saw that. And it would have been so easy for a player just to have held his hands up and say, right, I want out, I want gone, because obviously he wasn't appreciated for the. I mean, his work rate was there. He just hadn't got that finishing instinct. And like I said, you know, when we were in that relegation, when Eddie come on board, they moved him to midfield, and he's been a breath of fresh air. I think the biggest problem is, and we've seen it with a lot of players now that have started to move away from Newcastle, and some that are still at Newcastle. Sometimes the team outgrows you. And I think you know we're starting to see not only J7's vulnerabilities in control of the ball. I also think, unfortunately, like I say, he's getting to an age now where knocks will appear, injuries will occur. I mean, you look at his athleticism, his body language is absolutely phenomenal when you look at him. You know, for a lad of 28, he's solid. But unfortunately, that also comes with issues because when you're too muscle bound, you know, you do pick up a lot more muscle injuries. And unlike myself, who's got a lot more fat going around that muscle. But I like the fact that, you know, Eddie's got the confidence now to drop players that aren't performing well and give other players a shout, because that's the idea of having a squad. It's about rotation. And lads do need to, you know, drop out and drop in at the best of times. So fingers crossed, the lads that are coming in get the job done. So I'm not sure where Chris has gone. I think he might be having problems. So until that happens, we'll keep going. At the minute, we've
I'm back.
got
I'm
the
back. Do
team
you hear
coming
me?
up. Oh yeah, I can hear you now, mate. Yeah.
There you go. I'm back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to smash the like button. Help us out on YouTube. Champions League music roaring across St. James's Park. Benfica tried to get something out of this match. And of course, Newcastle United need the 3 points. Again, the lineups for the Toon, Pope, Byrne, Botman, Chow, and Trippier. A line of back four. It seems like a 4-3-3 with Ramsey, Miley, and Bruno. They have Miley in the middle. And Gordon, Voltemara, and Murphy up front. That is the squad for Eddie Howe to get the 3 points tonight at St. James's Park. You said 4-3-3. There you go, man.
It'll be Miley who sits in the six according to that then.
Yeah. There you go.
The only concern for me, if we caught on the break, there's no recovery speed from both Miley or Bruno. So, again, heavily reliant on Ramsey and Anthony Gordon to get back. So, like I say, we have got to be careful on the break because there isn't much recovery speed between Miley and Bruno.
Yeah, that's true. There he goes. His family fun says, never too early. This is a late start for us. Normally it's 3 a.m. in the morning and Newcastle waking up the neighbors. Well, I'm assuming that you would be in maybe Australia, somewhere around there. Is that maybe so? I think there are 9 hours, nine-hour difference with the UK. So there you go. Benfica going with a back five there. Two midfielders, Barnechea and number 20 there in the front, Sudakov, Pavlidis, and Lukebakio. Pavlidis, of course, was linked with Newcastle United. And we'll see how he performs. We'll see how he can do.
That's interesting.
So there you go. Seems like a back four there with Ornis, Antonio, Otamendi, and a lot.
Never seen Arsnes playing as a wing back though, so that's going to be an interesting one.
Go.
Frederick Arsnes. Let's see what. Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's going to be a 4. If I'm honest with you, I think it'll be a 4-4 or a 4-5-1 more than anything else.
And Nick Voltemara, the man of the hour, the man of the season, really, for Newcastle United. Last year it was probably Barnes who had the most goals, surprisingly for everyone. And now, well, he's taking a step back, and Voltemara, the new signing, sensation for the Toon. We are set to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway here in Newcastle. Benfica kicking off there. The ball's gunning around. We're going to put the clock here in just 1 second so everybody can sync with us and have a good old time watching the Toon.
There's a half press on from Benfica. They're not messing around. They're obviously here to get some press on. That'll help us. It'll benefit us if they do, because there's going to be space for us to exploit in and behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The clock is on your screen, and you can sync with us and watch the exact same thing we were watching. Mourinho, Jose Mourinho. Legendary manager for this era, at least. His clashes with Guardiola, even in styles, were a big deal back in the 9, in the 2010, 11. All his teams very pragmatic. He knows how to get a point.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Nick Pope with the ball. Malik Chiao now playing with Bruno. Voltemara, he doesn't lose the ball, loses the ball there now. Ramsey like a hyena trying to get the ball back.
Nice play that.
Benfica playing good with the ball there, touching the ball around. And be careful. Well done there by Ramsey. JJ is in the house for the Toon. Back to Miley. Trippier with a little bit of pressure. Malik Chiao is going to get it out of the danger zone to Voltemara.
Come on, Bruno.
Well done there. And Bruno's going to go down. Barnechea with the foul. There we go. Dan Barron on the left now with Gordon. Anthony Gordon inside, and a foul is going to be called there.
Yeah.
A good opportunity for Miley and Ramsey to show their talents. We shall see what happens and what they can do for us tonight. It's Bruno, the captain. Nice pass there from Trippier now to Murphy, and Murphy with a poor cross.
Yeah, blind cross, wasn't it? Just playing it back. Didn't look up at all there.
Not going to get it done. We need better. If you came in because Ilanga couldn't cross, come on now. There's a man down, Barnechea down for Benfica. And the referee must stop the game. 2 minutes underway, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Look at that. He's pointing at the, that's just grass, man.
He's got a grass stain. Yeah, he's got a grass stain on his sock.
Well, you're going to get those if that's what you're complaining about. You're getting the wrong sport.
Has he got to wash his kit?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
like that. Well, he did step on him, to be fair, but
yeah,
it's a bit of a late challenge, but you know.
I mean, like I said,
I tell you what,
he's making a bit more of it, isn't he?
I would tell you what. I don't know if they're chopping up the game earlier on to stop the atmosphere. I wouldn't put it past Mourinho to do that, by the way.
Oh no, absolutely. That will, like I said, the longer the game goes on, the more frustration happens. The more the crowd start to get quiet. There's a lot that goes to it for the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Ramsey there. Mourinho is on every detail. So you better believe he would like to kill the atmosphere down if he needs to. Malik Chiao, who better get called up for Germany next, or else I'm Nagelsmann out.
Come on.
Trippier. Oh, there was a touch there.
Deflection, yes.
There you go. Back to Trippier now. Malik Chiao is going to play with Butman. 4 minutes, 18 seconds. Ramsey. Back to Butman. Ramsey. Burn. And this is Sven Butman. Malik Chiao there with the pass to Voltemade. He doesn't get there. Rio's back with the ball.
Good running on the vertical, though, of Murphy. If obviously the ball was it hadn't have been got by the defender there, Murphy was in and behind. So any mishap from the defender, and I think that's also what we haven't seen a lot of with Elanga, and that to me with his pace, if he can do that, it always puts that mind, that block in your mind. If I allow the ball to go past me to look at getting the ball back to the keeper, and I've got a Newcastle player running on my shoulder, it makes you doubt. So what you start doing then is rushing the ball in front of you. So I want to see more of that, more of those selfish runs.
Mm-hmm. Well, it goes back to Butman. It's got Bruno receiving the ball with Lewis Miley. Now Lewis Miley here is going to look for Trippier. Back to Miley. Sven Butman. All the way with Gordon. Gordon now on the run on the left side. Gordon tries to cross, gets through, and that's got to be a foul there, and then maybe a yellow card.
Dedic again. It's the second time for Dedic there.
And the referee is not going to give him a yellow.
No, it certainly looks like Dedic is playing on that right-hand side up against Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's not a yellow, I don't know what is. But anyway.
Well, it's also, like I say, it's multiple fouls as well, isn't it? So let's see if we can get something going here.
Let's see, Voltemade, all the towers, Butman, Chow, Voltemade, Burn. We got to be able to score. Trippier. The pass, Gordon with the shot. Deflection there by Otamendi. Trippier. He's gonna put it back in there.
Come on.
And the
goalkeeper
there. Deflected. Looks like Newcastle will get the ball back though. Yeah. Eddie Howe on screen. Not been the easiest start yet, as they say on TV. It's gonna have to, again, man. It's all about getting the points now. Burn. Back to Butman. A very clear 4-3-3 for Newcastle. Bruno back to Malik Chiao. Gonna have to pass it to Voltemade there, who's playing really deep, really low, and a nice pass there now to Murphy.
That's a great ball.
Murphy on the run. JJ had it. Deflected there. Just in time. Just in time. What a play by Voltemade, by the way. I don't know.
That's exactly what you want. No, I mean, to be fair, he came into that left or that right-hand side, as I said, the inside right, which allows Jacob Ramsey to blast on that inside left position, which is the ideal situation because it's very difficult for any defender whether to stay or go. And what Voltemade's movement has done is opened the space up for Jacob Ramsey to exploit. It needed another yard of pace on that ball from Murphy. It would have been perfect.
Corner into the box.
Go header.
Oh, and that was Burn there with the head shot.
Free header.
Free header. He goes down to the ground, though, that header. I mean, that wasn't really accurate. And Malik Chiao on the run. Well done there by Chiao, getting back in time, passing it to Pope. I mean, it looked dangerous, but I don't think that was a good header by Burn.
No, I mean, like I say, he's heading it down back towards the crowd. But I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a complete free header. You wanted to see a little bit more from that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was all by himself. But Newcastle approaching Benfica's door at the moment. Gordon really low. Back to Malik Chiao. And now Trippier. Newcastle trying with the ball. The thing about it is Mourinho is not bothered about not having the ball.
Oh no, none of the European clubs are bothered about not having the ball. That's what I said. It's very European feel, hasn't it? You know, this like you can have the ball in your half if you want. You're not causing us any danger.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. So Murphy.
I mean, would Benfica, would Benfica be happy with a point at St James's Park?
Oh, they sure would. Murphy.
Murphy
with
Murph.
the easy shot there with his left foot.
Yeah, try to shape it into the far post.
Not a lot of danger, but could have possibly tried something else. But
I mean, it's been a good,
look at that header right there. Though.
Yeah, it's been a good 10 minutes though. I mean, like I say, Newcastle have certainly been on the ascendancy, which is what you want. Not really allowing Benfica to settle, and this is what we've got to start doing. He's saying to Benfica, yeah, you can have the ball as long as you're not playing in our half. That's too easy, you see. That is too easy from Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon. Not lining up as of now yet.
That's why I said he's just too lightweight for me. When he's under a challenge, he goes down far too easy, and the referees just don't give it because, like I say,
it looks like you're trying to do.
Yeah, you're trying to con the referee. Well done, Trips. Oh, that's not good there, Murph.
Go, Botman getting putting his body on the line there. Pavlidis. So Pavlidis doesn't get through. He was looking for a shot possibly there, and Botman gets his body in on the line. Newcastle certainly seem dominant a little bit. Maybe that's a strong word, but we certainly have the control of the game at the moment. Chow looking for somebody. Back to Botman.
I think we have to be patient, rather than, like I said, we've played with played too rushed at times to try and get that early goal. And I think sometimes, when it doesn't come for you, and we've been unlucky at times, and Lady Luck does have to be with you as well. Oh, well done, Bruno.
Oh, what a nice pass. It could have been a nice pass there. It doesn't get through by Bruno. Benfica very solid at the back. Pavlidis now can't get through Byrne, and Byrne is going to foul him there. Very slow game.
Yeah, being professional. I mean, like I say, he's going nowhere. Byrne didn't really need to challenge there. Like I said, I just think if we can just take our time when we've got the ball, and instead of just trying to force the situation and make something happen, just allow the game to play and work the channels, because it looks to me as though we've got the opportunity to get at Benfica down the channels, down the sides.
Now Ramsey back with Byrne, and now Gordon. Gordon, 1-on-1, making the run, crossing with his left.
Well done, Gordon. Unlucky.
Right into the goalkeeper's hands, but couldn't get a clean cross, but try to do something there.
Yeah, but he's beating his fullback down the lines, which again puts doubt in the fullback's mind. Can I go forward because of his pace? And what happens then is they sit back. They'll give you an extra yard. That gives you time to put the ball under control. And then if you want to go and take it on a run and go on a diagonal, then do so. I just think sometimes Gordon tries to go on the diagonal and go at runs when he's being tightly marked. And he's going nowhere apart from across field.
Newcastle back with the ball here with Malik Chiao on the right side. Now back with Botman in defense. Gordon, Ramsey, back to Miley. Quite honestly, you can agree that we don't need Tonali at the moment. So, Voltamata. Back with Trippier. Nice pass there to Murphy, who thought.
Okay. Yeah, Voltemada was inside of him. He was expecting Voltemada to drop off,
And
so he gets the ball, and Murphy was going to go off the shoulder there. And unfortunately, Murphy, Voltemada was one in that return, so it is what it is.
Think about the next play. Murphy was still figuring out the play in hand.
The first play, yeah.
Here we go. Be careful now. Oh, my goodness. That Luca Bacchio gets through. And
there you go.
Benfica almost scored there.
Top. Well done, Nick Pope, staying tall.
Big save by Nick Pope there, saving Newcastle's bacon across into the box, and that's going to get through for a goal kick. Benfica showing something there with Luca Bacchio.
Yeah, it's just a long ball, diagonal ball that obviously totally kerfuffles Dan Burn, and then it's just that one touch out of his feet, and Dan Burn goes down, and unfortunately by that time then he's got a clear run at goal. But it's a tight angle, but he's trying to, and it was literally the underarm of Pope, so he was quite lucky there, to be fair. Well done.
Yeah,
good block from Botman. Corner to Benfica. So a bit of pressure from Benfica coming through now. And this is what I said, you're not, that's why for me, it's not about forcing the play. It's about being, cautious, but confident. When you've got the ball, make the ball work for you. Don't just give them the ball back easily.
A corner from Benfica. Watch out for Otamendi. Otamendi is very savvy center back. Very astute. The corner for Benfica. They're punched away now by Nick Pope. And Gordon bottles the hoof. And he's gonna. He could pass it though. He should have just passed it to.
You've got a chance here.
Jacob Murphy there.
An overload if you carry on.
Back to Murphy. Barely passing it to Murphy there. Back poor by Gordon. The ball's going back to Gordon now. Keeping it simple. Passing it to Bruno. Bruno tries Voltemada, blocked and deflected. Trippier back with the ball here. And he's going to give it away.
Yeah, Trippier is just trying to get a deflection there for a throw into Newcastle. But I mean, again, it's just a poor giveaway, if you like. 62% the ball possession so far for Newcastle.
Yeah. Interesting stats. I mean, you can see it really. But again, Benfica not bothered about that. Trubin tries to get rid of it. Oh, and that's going to be probably a yellow card.
Yeah, coming in from
late
behind.
Foul by Malik Chiao from behind.
On Pavlidis. Under a bit of pressure there.
It's an issue there with Benfica's managers. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, it is a tough foul from behind. It's no doubt about it.
I mean, it was there to be, like I said, you can't really fault him. And to be fair, I think Newcastle were quite lucky to get the free kick against them there, because they had the overload on the left-hand side when Pavlidis got the ball. So, yeah, I'll take one for the team, lad.
Rebecca says, Chow was a bit nutty. Yeah. Pavlidis getting up. Yeah, tomorrow looks like tomorrow Frankfurt versus Liverpool, who's had problems traveling, I think, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Chelsea and Ajax, as well as Monaco and Tottenham Hotspur for the Champions League.
Yeah, Ajax are struggling at the minute, aren't they?
A big one, Real Madrid Juventus. That's a
massive one.
Two giants clashing.
Two big names there, yeah. Oh, coming together.
Oh, be careful! Don't leave that bounce there.
Newcastle.
Oh my goodness! The shot there by Pavlidis. Is that
mistimed the header again, didn't they? And two players coming together, and it just falls kindly. Yeah, falls kindly for Benfica, and Pavlidis on the outside on the left-hand side. And like I say, he's not perfect on that left-hand side, and luckily his shot was into the side netting. So. What
a goal kick for Nick Pope, right to Gordon. Can't get to it. And Newcastle back with the ball. Nick Butman with Byrne. Miley. He's going to have to play with Byrne back to Butman. And Butman, be careful with Pope. And Pope has to get rid of him. Well, you can tell Benfica has been very aware of Pope's deficiencies.
Oh, jeez. I mean, Arsnes was on Pope like you wouldn't believe there, and he didn't allow the ball out of his feet. So Pope, he just literally, kicks it out for a corner. I mean, why not kick it out for a throw-in? I mean, kick it out for a corner. Why don't you give him a fair crack of the whip?
Well, here we go. I mean, the referee blowing the whistle. This is going to be a corner for the Magpies.
That's a good corner. Good thump out, that one. You got to watch his left foot here. Luca back here. He'll come. Good lad, Gordon. Come on.
I'll be honest, Newcastle, the home crowd is falling a bit asleep here as well.
Yeah. Murphy. Oh, it's a shot by Luca. Oh,
we hit the post. Oh, my goodness. That was
I thought that was shaping into that top bin there, to be fair. Luca Bacchio. I was just saying about his left foot. Very like Saka. He likes to come in on his left foot and try and shape one into the far post, and he just showed you exactly what he can do there.
That was a bender.
That was all the way from the angle that we were at, wasn't it?
Impossible it would have been for Pope to get that one out of there. And Newcastle just can't allow them to get too close. It's too close for comfort, man. You got to start pushing the ball and controlling the ball,
Gordon,
man. Have the ball. Ultimata now with the ball, trying to figure out something to do with that hospital ball that Gordon gave him. Well done there.
Trippier, give it Trippier now.
Murphy.
Oh!
Mercy.
I don't know how far wide that was, but Trippier was in a really good position there.
It looked good.
Yeah.
The fact that Ultimata figured to come out of nothing with that ball that Gordon gave him, it was unbelievable.
Right here. Looked pretty close.
But still close. It was close. It was close.
Yeah. A yard. A metre, for those that don't know what a yard is. And that doesn't mean something in the back garden. I mean, it's like I said, it's that 20-minute mark. Like I said, you allow the home team to have a little bit of possession. Newcastle have had that. Benfica have had a little bit of the ball over the last 5 minutes, and that again is play of our own making, if you like. A long diagonal ball that got behind Dan Burn. Then you had a poor header from Murphy that tries to clear his defensive line. That again, we didn't pick up the second ball. And they've then gone on and Luca Bacchio gets the shot on goal that hits the post. So they've been Newcastle have been lucky over those last 5 minutes, if I'm honest with you. So we can't take the foot off the gas here. When we've got the ball, we have to remain control of the game, and that's, like I said, all we're offering at the moment is when we get the ball, especially with Pope, he's just kicking it into the centre circle. And if we're not stepping up to the centre circle, then we're not going to win that second ball. So we've got to be a little bit savvy here. Have your 5 minutes break, but don't go too deep, which allows, like this here, the Luca Bacchio behind Dan Burn again.
There we go. Well done there, Dan Burn, just getting rid of it. And a good tackle before that as well. Yeah, looking back here, those right wingers, man, they're just a nightmare. And just got to stay in front of them. It's plain and simple. A corner now for Benfica. 23 minutes underway, folks. You got the clock in front of you. Sync with us and watch exactly what we're watching, and let's react together. Just don't forget to smash the like button and help us reach our goal there on Super Chat. So it's ad-free, no ads. A corner into the box. And back to Luca Bacchio now. And that's going to be a throw-in for Benfica.
I mean, Marino knows that we're going to be physical, and he will have set the team up for this physical challenge. That, like I said, he will have told all of the lads what it's like, the atmosphere. I mean, you've heard him in his presses of how he spoke about Newcastle and his enjoyment of playing, managing here. Not as a Newcastle coach, obviously, but managing the opposition teams here. So he knows how it's going to be, and he'll have said, let's keep them quiet, keep it tight for the first few 20 minutes or so, and then let's see what we can do. And like I said, unfortunately, and again, Trippier, for me, you've just got to be careful down that right-hand side. He's put himself in lots of really good positions and not really being given the opportunity to get a ball into the box. And that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit rushed at times. And yes, I do want to see shots from outside the box, but it has to be about percentages. If you've got nothing else on, then yes, have a look here as a play here.
Here we go, Gordon with the Walter Mata. JJ down. Be careful, Trippier with the bad pass there. Poor pass.
Again.
Gets the ball back, though. Be careful.
Come on.
Murphy with the lob pass into nobody. Man, the quality, I swear, just the lack of quality in the wingers. It doesn't matter who it is, man. Ilanga, it's just... well, Barnes, you can say, I don't know. That's not his thing, really, cross it. But, I mean, just... It's not good, man. It's not good.
No. Well, it's like I said, it's more hope than direction. I'll just dink it into that area. I hope somebody gets onto it. That's not the way you play football at this level. There's got to be some direction to your play, and that's what frustrates me. And unfortunately, with Newcastle at the moment, Murphy's not on his own when that happens. Gordon's very much a very similar type of player. Expecting something to happen. If I do A, I'm hoping B will just happen. And there's options for the players, and that's why, for me, don't go racing to get the results. Build the play up so you can see what's happening in front of you. A decent play
there.
Great play.
Murphy. Oh, Murphy. I swear.
Man. What the shit?
What is going on? No control, no quality whatsoever, man.
Double touch of the ball. God blimey.
I mean,
a great play, great build-up, exactly what I wanted to see. Really good build-up. He's being played onside by Dedic, I think it is. And that, it's just really, for me, that poor first touch out of his feet needs to be better.
A corner for Newcastle United. Come on. Trippier there with that corner. Burn with a header. Oh, and Bruno had the opportunity there to put it in. Burn winning another header. But again, this is the same thing. He can't hit the ball. It's right into the ground.
Yeah, heads it down onto the 6-yard line.
That was a save right there. That was a great
good save from the
keeper.
I mean, he heads it back into the danger area. I mean, I have no issues with that. But, it's like I say, it's whether we've got that second string of players. That time it worked for us. But in those positions, when he's heading the ball from 8 yards out, I want to start seeing him go back across the keeper like he did against Liverpool when he scored the goal. He's got the height. He's only got to direct the head, back across. It causes no end of problems because if the keeper stretches and saves it, it then got a chance of falling into a black and white shirt for a tap-in.
A Burn winning another header. And the goalkeeper is going to get it out of the danger zone for another corner for Newcastle United. 27 minutes, 28 minutes now, getting close to it. Eddie Howe thinking, what is going on? And Burn winning that header. Botman cannot get to it. And, of course, Trubin has to send it to a corner because Malik Chiao was lurking around. Another corner for the Toon. Trippier will take care of this one. I feel like we played for an hour already, man. It's only 28
it feels
minutes.
like it, doesn't it? Come on, Trips.
Trippier with a corner.
Oh, that's
and
awful.
It gets it's a bit heavy.
Yeah, it's awful. Straight. I mean, and that's for me again. If you look at our setup, it annoys me. Even if it's a decoy, go and have somebody at the front post because you take two of the opposition away from the markers. Just stand somebody on the front post and say, right, somebody like Jacob Ramsey, go and stand on just in front of the front post because somebody then has to stand in front of you. Somebody stands behind you. It's just simple, basic stuff. Even if you're not going to aim for him, you're taking players away from whoever they're marking. I don't see Newcastle utilise the front post at all from set plays.
There we go. Malik Chiao with Trippier. Back to Chiao. Botman. Chiao. Ball's going to Murphy. Voltemade. And Bruno. I guess try to look for Voltemade.
Yeah, we've just not got the pace for that. And Bruno knows, it's just...
I don't even think Elanga can do that.
No, I'm going to say, I don't even think a greyhound would have reached that, to be fair, mate.
And Mourinho very happy. Trust me, he is not bothered whatsoever. Otamendi. Otamendi there taking his time. He's going to pass it to the goalkeeper. Burned winning another challenge there. Well done, Lewis Miley. Back to Botman, and Botman to Pope, who is going to try to control it. And here you go. The ball doesn't get to Voltemade. And poor old Voltemade just cannot get a chance, cannot get a break. Newcastle United with Bruno there looking for something. Benfica passing the ball around. And the two need a point, ladies and gentlemen. Not a point. They need a goal and 3 points, to say the least. Oh, well done there by Ramsey. At least deflecting that ball for Botman. Was going to pass it to Pope. Benfica. What a boring game so far, man.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's gone off the ball a little bit. But again, you've just seen Dedic just run, and Anthony Gordon's made no attempt to try and follow him at all, and you can see Anthony Gordon at the bottom of the screen there. Dedic is wide open down on the halfway line here. So we've just got to be careful not to get attracted to the ball and leave ourselves wide open at the back.
Bruno Guimaraes
Right
with a nice
ball.
pass to Murphy. Murphy with the
Go
pass.
on, Murph. Go on, Bruno! Yes! Get in, Anthony Gordon. Come on, son. Get in.
What a nice pass. Nice play there.
What
Anthony
a
Gordon
fantastic pass.
push it in. To tap it in.
Well done,
And there
Miley,
you
for
go.
winning that second ball, because it was a clearance from Benfica that Miley anticipates from the halfway line, closes the ball down, and it's just a simple pass to Bruno. But it's a simple pass that allows Bruno to take control and look. And again, it's something that we don't do enough of for me. Early passing, it's like get a second touch. But that once Bruno gets the ball, it's that run. Have we got the runners? And as you can see here, it's a poor clearance to the halfway line. It's anticipated. It's first time hitting to Bruno. Then it's a lovely weighted ball to Murphy, who's playing just on the inside right position. And again, it's the angle of attack. It's the way the ball is shaped. It's shaped lovely on the edge of the box, coming inside the box. It allows Murphy then not to adjust his stride pattern whatsoever. He can just hit it first time. Perfect weighted cross for Gordon. Open goal, really. Well done. Great team performance that was.
Yeah, that was a good play there. Good play. Another Champions League goal for Gordon. 4 now for Newcastle United.
Yeah. And again, really good wing play. Both of them coming narrow when you need it. And that's, like I said, it allows opportunities to come there.
Botman bottled that one there.
Yeah,
Had to help him out.
I'm not being funny. When you've seen Pope kick it out for the corner, I'd have bottled it as well.
There you go.
Ramsey. Come on. He's doing all right, Ramsey.
Miley's going to lose that one.
Miley's lost that one. Yeah, well done,
there
Botman.
to help him out.
You ain't got the time, lad.
Trippier to Murphy.
Great first
again.
time ball for Murphy.
Oh my God, Murphy. I swear, man. He's
Has he pulled something there, Murphy? I mean, the ball was always looking like he was going out the way the ball was shaped. So he's trying to get his foot wrapped around it to bring it back. I mean, like I say, he just looks clumsy, doesn't he? I thought he'd pulled the bloody hamstring when he did that,
34 minutes underway, folks. Newcastle up 1-0 against Benfica at St. James's Park. Hopefully this will wake up the team because it was a bit sleepy, if I'm honest. Luca Bacchio there. And what? Ooh. Nah, I don't know about that, man. He literally fell like, I don't know.
Couldn't give him a little nudge in the hip or something because he seemed to, his legs just seemed to collapse on him, didn't they? Ooh. Well done, Murph, for tracking back there, lad. Was it Murphy or Ramsey? It was Ramsey. I beg your pardon. Giving Murphy a shout, and it was Jacob Ramsey who was making the inroads back to support the lads. Miley. Oh,
yeah,
nice
trying to folks,
Bruno.
try to keep the if we score before and you're ahead of us, just try not to score it.
Come on, Gordon.
Help us out. Don't be naughty. So we can all be surprised and watch the goal as it happens. And it's going to be a foul called.
Dan Burn again.
By
Burn.
Be
careful, Dan. Will Benfica push now?
Well,
they've got to, haven't they?
So.
Really?
You would think so, yeah.
They can't afford a third loss because that would virtually have them out of the competition. Ooh,
Rebecca says Burns got the finesse of a wild boar. That's funny.
Botman now just picking the ball up. Oh, gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
Nice pass there to now Ramsey. Ramsey cannot get through. Fighting with Rios for the ball. Nah, it's not a foul, the referee. Don't even call it. Play on, says the referee. Back, the ball goes to Newcastle. Miley. I mean, it's crazy. It's been a bit of a boring game, of course. We managed to score, but I don't even think that Tonali was needed.
Well, this is what it's all about, isn't it? If you can give your star players the break and the rest that they need, or what's happening now?
Another offensive foul.
That was
there.
Nowhere near the ball, though, was it?
Well, I guess a push, an attacking foul on Rios by Gordon.
Ugh.
Oh, I thought that was already.
Keep your hands down. I didn't see a lot there. I mean, that is a great ball. Yeah, go on.
No, I was telling Kenny in the chat that I had that I got the score right.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Gordon, yeah, that was the goal right there. Gordon putting the crown on Murphy.
Semendi there. Shaking
Semendi
his head.
not happy with that one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we should be, I'm going to say that should be meat and drink for us. It's the second ball we need to start getting a bit tighter on that midfield when we're heading the ball.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. We got it sorted. Thank you very much indeed. And there we're going.
Benfica just again trying to keep hold of the ball and put a few passes together. Again, going long up towards Pavlidis.
You helped us get close to our goal anyway, Ian. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Bruno Guimaraes now with the ball. Nice pass to Murphy. Murphy.
Yes! Oh, no one!
My goodness gracious. Nobody to push the ball in for Newcastle United. Voltemara nor Gordon. Oh, man. At some point, you got to throw your body, man.
How is that not being put in? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Anthony Gordon.
I tell you what, though, I think the Bruno touch made it the ball. Well, it also made the ball.
Probably skid on a little bit more than he expected it to. I'm not sure whether he was offside.
Yeah, I think so. It would have been very tight if he scored that one. Yeah, no doubt about it. And Eddie Howe and Mad Dog looking at what they're going to do. 39 minutes in this first half.
See, I know it's crazy, but I don't really see the point in Voltemade doing what he's just done there. You know, running 20, 30 yards to close the keeper down just to kick it long. You know, you could just say to the keeper, have it. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in that. You can have that there. I'm going to get me breather and just say to the boys, let's win that ball. You know what I mean? That second ball when they kick it. Oh,
yeah, it's poor. Bruno hasn't been the best, by the way, in this game. A lot of missed passes.
Another one from Anthony Gordon went astray again there, but like I said, he's just trying to rush the game when he goes inside. He's trying to force things to make things happen, and he's playing a ball through players, and it don't always work. You know, nutmegs look great, but don't always come off. Good ball. Oh, trip. Again, it's a poor ball. You know, it's another 5-yard ball that he's given away there. This is where we got to be careful. Well done, Dan Burn.
Be careful with Luca Bacchio. Nobody to be messing with. Well done, Dan Burn. Making a good run.
Yeah, but it was one-on-one there, wasn't he? You know, just looking over a ball over the top again, you know, and you can see the danger. Luca Bacchio comes in from the outside, playing a more central line. Byrne doesn't go tight with him, luckily. He comes in field, but he allows him 10 yards. And even then, it's rushed to get the ball clear. So he certainly got the beating of Byrne, if you allow him. Oh, there's
somebody's got to get to it. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, well done, Chow. Well done, Chow.
Well done, Chow. But somebody had to make that decision.
Yeah.
Either Pope, either Trippier, Chow, who's getting to it?
Again, it's a simple ball through the middle, isn't it? You know, we look a little bit lost, and Chow for a minute expected Pope to be out. To claim that, and because he saw Pope literally a little bit further back, he then has to readjust his run to go and claim it.
Oh, there we go. The ball. The Rio's now Benfica with the ball. Be careful. Pavlidis trying to get through, doing a little zigzag and a little dancing.
I don't know where he was there.
Gordon now, be careful, Newcastle United on the run. Lewis Miley.
Give it to Trippier.
Miley to Trippier. Trippier, he gets through, but and is he going to claim a foul? Nope. Play on. Jokey, says the referee for Benfica. Trying to sell a foul there, Trippier. Couldn't do it. Yep. Rios with Luca Bacchio. Be careful with Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio again. What a save by Pope. Ooh. And I tell you what, he is the one. It looks like he's the one that we need to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you know, it's cover for Trippier. If you look, they've all moved across one. Chow now is out of position a little bit, so he's watching the lad coming in on that left-hand side. And everybody went narrow. We went to a 3 there simply because Trippier had moved on up the field. So again, you know, it's good because you're trying to build and block a wall in front of your goal, but it does not give a lot of space to the offensive attackers coming at you. So just got to be aware of that.
A corner. Be careful with that shot there. Well, that was one of the naughty ones, if you will. The shot into the ground. Another corner for Benfica. 43 minutes. We don't need to concede a goal here. It will be devastating.
Come on, lads. Keep it tight.
A corner.
Good header out. Another corner.
Another corner.
You see how these are utilising the front post, and look how many bodies we have to put there just to block that front post off. And it's a simple tactic that we just, like I say, not even putting a body there, causes so much trouble.
Oh, look at Bacchio. you know what he's lurking out there for.
That's referee. You're going to give a foul.
Referee doesn't. He's giving a
Yeah,
foul.
I'm going to say his follow through went straight through Gordon there. Luca Bacchio.
The referee explained Luca Bacchio and Otamendi what's happening.
It seemed to take him an age to make a decision, though, didn't it?
He did, yeah, he did. Maybe he was waiting on the Iman to tell him it was a foul.
Oh, an actual
yellow
fact,
card for look. Oh no!
Have you seen that?
That was not a yellow card. That was highway robbery.
It was absolutely. It was Gordon who put his foot on top of Luca Bacchio.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Somebody that would just roll around and lie to people like that. I think they're dangerous, man. Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon lying to folks like that, man. And I mean, that's shocking. That.
Yeah. It was Anthony Gordon who put his foot on top of Luca Bacchio.
How is he? What do you? Let me see. Maybe they knock knees. Maybe that's the. Oh yeah, they knock.
Just there, look. It's just on the inside of the. Yeah,
but he's the foul. Look.
Exactly.
He stepped right on his shin. Yeah.
Unreal, man.
He's gonna be hobbling around too. That's fine.
Yeah, he's still hobbling now.
We're not gonna say nothing, man. Just keep doing your thing. Here we go. Pope. And 2 minutes added for the first half, ladies and gents. The ball's going to Burn.
Yeah.
Wins another header, but didn't go much anywhere. And Ramsey.
Well done, Ramsey.
Well done there. It's got a stopwatch. Mourinho. He's got to make sure that he gets every single second that he needs to get. Oh, nice pass there, and that's got to be a foul there.
Nah.
I
think the referee saw that he was going down a little bit too early there, to be fair. He anticipated the challenge, let's put it that way.
There you go. And here we go.
Well,
Trippier.
go on. Have a go, Trips.
Shoot, man.
Have a go.
Oh, no, Trippier tries to. He wasn't confident on his shooting abilities.
Yeah, he should have just let that one go, shouldn't he? Another 30 seconds before full time, half time. Newcastle still leading 1-0. Like I say, it seems as though it's already played an hour.
Oh yeah, man. It's I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's been an easy watch.
No, I think it's more nerves than anything else, though, mate. To be fair, I think everybody's on the edge of the seat. Oh, that's another poor ball from Anthony Gordon.
Poor ball there. Benfica back with it. And this might be it. And yeah, that is it as far as the first half, ladies and gents. The referee blows the whistle of the first half. Well, what do we make out of that? I'm sure a lot of comments will be scrolling through about this.
I mean, it's a hard one. I mean, you look. I mean, it's comfortable to say that if we hadn't got Nick Pope in goal, we wouldn't be winning. I think that's a solid fact. I've liked, again, it's so frustrating, Nick Pope, what Nick Pope gives you and what he gives against the team, if you like, because it's about having confidence to give Nick Pope the ball. And it doesn't look as though the lads are very confident in putting Nick Pope in that position. So, again, we've put ourselves at jeopardy, if you like, and you saw it with Botman turning on the half turn to get the ball clear. But I quite like what I've seen so far. I thought, as you quite rightly said, Chris, will Toon Army be a miss? And as of yet, we've competed really well in the midfield. I've been quite happily surprised about Jacob Ramsey. Like I say, he's not done a great deal of work. He's worked that left-hand side half decent. He's tracked back to support when needed. Like I said, he could probably do a little bit more to be involved in the game. It's like I said, but the game is very much dominating down that right-hand side more than the left-hand side for Newcastle. So, when it goes left, it goes to Anthony Gordon, and then it's like a case of it either goes down the line with a run, or Anthony Gordon then decides to cross the ball across field. So I feel sorry for Jacob Ramsey to a degree. It does get frustrating. But I think the back four have done okay. Dan Burn looks vulnerable. Again, we know that. It's we said it from the start, Luca Bacchio is going to have that run on him every time. And what Dan Burns got to try and do is anticipate and probably meet the ball when it's being delivered rather than letting the ball bounce and trying a foot race, because he's never going to win that. So, again, we've got to be careful when we take the full-backs forward. I mean, we've seen Trippier get caught out where we had to go 3 at the back. And again, you have to say well done to the lads because they kept it tight. Bruno's been, I wouldn't say poor.
Good
I mean, he's done okay. Great pass for the goal. It's all about that vision. He has got that playability about him. But again, we've got to stop going down too easily for me for to try and get that foul. Gordon, Ramsey and Bruno have been, for me, a problem. Nick Voltemar does not add much to do, to be fair, because nothing really has fed to him. We've not really given him an option to have a go at goal, so he'll be frustrated with that first half. But again, if you're getting goals elsewhere, you're not always reliant on your centre forward. That's a plus for me, because we know if he gets a chance, the chances are he'll put it away in his current form. So, I mean, like I said, it's not been a great half display, but there's been enough there to say that we can go on and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, not a pretty game, but we're winning it, and we need the 3 points. That's what matters. So,
yeah,
it's a good one. I still don't think, as boring as it is, I don't think 1-0 is enough, even for this poor Benfica side. To be honest, it only takes us 1 goal. And look at Bacchio. It doesn't matter if they're playing good or bad. He can score 1 great goal, and now you're what, back at 0 again.
Yeah, exactly.
So we need to be able to try to finish the game. Maybe Tonali needs to come in, and maybe Langa with tired players. I don't think that Murphy's been lighting it up either, but he's been doing, I guess you can say, all right. But that's my thing, the quality there. That last pass, that last decision, is something that, for some reason, no matter what winger you put in, to be honest, it's always the same thing. It's like, why can't they just make that right pass? I mean,
it's frustrating, isn't it? Because they have got, like I say, we all know that they're playing, that they've got this ability. But again, it just seems as if they're too rushed at times. It's all about trying to get the right shape. And I keep saying, when you look at a team, when we go on the press and we're playing at 100 mile an hour, the balls are all over the place. Yes, it's exciting. Yes, people will always look at it and enjoy that type of a game. But like I say, it's erratic. If we can just try and ease off that pace a little bit and have more control of the game, I think like I said, we can pass through these. These will have to come out and try and get something for the second half. So let's be patient. Let's keep it tight and let's utilise what we have to try and get in and behind them. But we've just got to be better on the ball.
Queen of Heart says that goal came right for my sister-in-law's 4-year birthday of her passing away. So thank you very much. And
thank you, sweetheart.
Rest in peace. Fly high.
Indeed.
Indeed. So there you go. And sorry for your loss, Queenie. And your brothers, of course. I'm pretty sure it's your brother. I think you told us you had a brother as a Toon fan. And Dr. Abuesa in the building says, we played emotionally. We need to calm down and retain possession. Maybe so. To be honest, that's a fair point. Because, it's like at the end, we get too excited. We get too nervous. I don't know what to call it. And we just do the opposite of what we should do, I guess. So that's an interesting point.
That's what I said. It does become very hit and miss when you're playing at 100 miles an hour, because unfortunately, as much as you're playing the sport at that speed, your brain is also working at that speed because it's rush. So everything that you try and do at that pace is technically 70% harder. Because, like I say, to try and cushion the ball, to try and control the ball, pass the ball, all becomes that same mindset of being, rush. And that's why we see a lot of balls go astray. And to me, it's literally about just getting the ball under control, picking your head up and allowing the game to evolve around you through quality play. You know, yeah, ADHD football is absolutely spot on, and that's what it looks like at times. And to me, like I say, sometimes you do get that opportunity when you've seen a little bit of quality play. The build-up play there for Anthony Gordon's goal, it wasn't rushed. It wasn't at 100 mile an hour. It was winning that second ball, playing the early ball, and getting the ball under control, having time to look up, and it all was down to Miley's first ball. He wins that ball in the air, which allows that ball to be passed quickly, and by doing that, it stops the opposition from closing you down. So that is where we need to be. It needs to be 1- and 2-touch football and get the ball into triangles, make Benfica work. You know, at the end of the day, they have had a bit more rest than we have. We have to make these guys work and allow the ball to do the job for us when we have the opportunity, rather than trying to force it. What we can't be doing, what we've been so guilty of doing in the past, is sitting deep now in the second half and allowing Benfica to have the ball in front of us.
Well, we've been watching the highlights of Luca Bacchio, and he's been their main threat, to be honest, and it's put Pope to work, to certain at least. And it just happens to be, and I'm just not gonna. You make whatever assumptions you want to make, but it happens to be on the right side, and you know, it is what it is. And but he's got a few shots off and hit the post. Pope saved us on one of them. We just got to be able to control him better. You know, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. I keep saying that, and we've seen him plenty of times now. Newcastle United give up leads like nobody's business, especially those 1-0. It's not enough, in my opinion. So is Newcastle going to be more proactive in trying to finish the game? Maybe that would be something I'd do. Or just call it a day and defend the goal. I always say when we try to defend, we do the opposite. We don't. We're not good at it. So maybe we can just stick to our guns and try to do that. But it's been a boring game, to say the least. You know, I don't think it's been an entertaining game. It doesn't have to be entertaining. They just have to get the 3 points, I guess you can say. And so far we're doing that. So we shall see. We shall see. Lee McFarlane, Pope's doing all right, man. He's no Dan Byrne. He's trying his best. There you go. Corey D, Pope's been great. Distribution is shocking, though. Well, you know, but that's what he gets you. I mean, yeah, we know this, so it's not really anything new. It just is what it is. And his kicking makes my stomach churn, says Rebecca. Brian Quinn here says, think we will get stronger this half and they will struggle. Hopefully that's the case. Big Nick fan says, look, where's me back, yo?
Where's me back?
There you go. So Dr. Rebel tonight provides us to be calm and provides the required class. So I would expect them to be on, to be fair. Maybe in the 60th minute, the regular time, for Eddie Howe to make a change. Maybe Joe Linton will come on as well. And, you know, and maybe that way. But again, you know, it's crazy. It's not even about the midfielders. I wouldn't take Ramsey out, by the way. I think Ramsey's doing fine. And quite honestly, I would like to see what Ramsey, Tonali, and Bruno do together. Because maybe that's going to be the midfield three moving on. You know, so.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the end of the day, like I say, it is about rotation. It is about allowing, you know, to form new patterns and rotations with other players in the squad. And it's nice to think that, you know, you can rest somebody like Tonali and not miss him that much. The thing for me is the fact that, you know, we do need to be a little bit more aware of what's in and around us at times. We are, like I say, all very one-paced in that midfield. And that's a concern, if you like, if you've not got no injection of pace. We seem great going forward. And like I say, we've seen Jacob Ramsey have to go from left side of the three to the right centre-back position to try and get us out of trouble on a couple of occasions now because of that recovery. So it's like I said, this is no gimme at the minute. We've still got to do a job. We've still got to keep the concentration levels up there. I just don't want us to see to go negative, because I still think there's a game to be won here, and a game to not just win, but create the confidence going into the Premier League.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We'll be rested as well. Said that earlier. You know, I think it's the most ideal situation. If you play on Tuesday, you're not going to play against. I guess if you play Sunday, but they're not going to do that. The Premier League is going to say you got enough rest, mate. And Saturday we'll play against Fulham. It might give us that boost. Like to see a Walter goal again. I think his confidence is just gonna skyrocket if it continues. If there's a penalty, I will give it to Walter. Gordon already scored, so you know those are the minor things that I would be looking at if I'm Eddie Howe to you know. But that's a future thing, to be honest. Right now, you got to secure the win.
At the minute, Chronicle have done half-time scores for the players. Nick Pope 8, Kieran Trippier 7, Malik Chow 8, Botman 7, Burns 7. Jacob Ramsey 6, Lewis Miley 8, Bruno 8, Murphy 7, Gordon 8, Voltemada 6. Interesting scoreline.
I actually like what I've seen from Ramsey so far. I mean, not you know, I don't think anybody's lighting it up today, by the way.
I don't
know. But you know, I like what Ramsey's doing, and you know, Gordon will probably get a high score because he scored, but he wasn't playing that great.
No.
So,
couple of some games going on. If you want to know the scores, Barcelona 2-0 against Olympiacos. Karatz and Paphos 0-0. Dortmund and who's that one? Copenhagen 1-1. Union RSG 0-2 to Inter Milan. Villarreal 0-2 against Man City at home, and obviously you've got Newcastle and all the other games going on. So I think some of them are already results, to be fair. I think they played earlier on today. I saw some results. Yeah, 6-1 now. He's a full-time at Barcelona and Olympiacos. That's the full-time whistle. And Karat and Paphos was 0-0. That's also the full-time. The other games, 0-0 with Arsenal Atletico. Leverkusen 1, Paris Saint-Germain 4. Wow. So, yeah,
here we go.
Everybody. PSV 2-1 against Napoli as well.
The players are out. Don't forget to smash the like button. And don't forget that we got the full-time reaction after this match, of course. The second half, Gary's got it. And hopefully we can finish this game off. I just don't want another heartbreak, man. Waiting, and then until the end, and they score. It would be devastating.
Doesn't look like there's any changes, does it?
It doesn't seem like there's any changes, no. Gordon coming out, definitely saw him. Trippier there, I see. Chow, Botman, Byrne, I see all the way on the other end. We have kicked off, ladies and gents.
Yeah, so Malik Chow now plays the ball simple into Miley's, he's Botman's feet, actually, into Botman. Again, Miley just sitting in between the two, into the gap. A little ball over the top, though, for Benfica. And again, Jacob Ramsey's got to do better there, trying to bring the ball down from a height. Allows Benfica to get the ball, and it's a little bit of a rash challenge to win the ball back. And Benfica get the free kick. Benfica just inside their own half now, just playing on the halfway line. Again, Newcastle go into this 4-5-1. Not quite a low block. There's a little bit of a gap between the two lines, but there's a chance here to get in behind if the ball's played correctly for Benfica. And put a bit too much weight on that for Luca Bacchio, and it's out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Not seen a lot from the lads in the middle of the park, the Rios, Baranchia, and Sudakov, to be fair, for Benfica. Again, it's been hopeful balls that have really given them their opportunities to get in and behind Dan Burn majority of the time. Long ball up, looking for Dan Burn again. It comes to Anthony Gordon. It's headed centrally towards Voltemada. It may fall to Bruno. Has he got a chance to fall to Anthony Gordon? It's cleared, and it's out for a corner.
There we go.
It was cleared by Silva, who, to be fair, he just put a toe on it because he felt the presence of Anthony Gordon behind him. And it's a corner, early corner for Newcastle. Trippier to take.
Oh,
Come on, get somebody on that near post. Make something happen, something different. Again, look, it's just easy for the lads on that front post. There's nobody there again. A couple of lads come to the near side. Ball floated in just underneath the Trubin's bar, who gets a hand to it. And again, it looks a bit awkward to get out. It's fallen quite nicely to Jacob Ramsey there. Miley. Botman's still in attack. And again, didn't expect that ball. It's kicked to the left-hand side. And Byrne picks the ball up, plays it back to Trippier. Anthony Gordon now plays it back to the right-hand side. Murphy now gets the ball. He's got a bit of time on the ball. He goes to the right-hand side, drops a shoulder. But again, it's cleared by Araújo. Thomas Araújo. And it's a throw into Newcastle, deep in the Benfica half. Murphy throws the ball back to Trippier. Trippier, time to bring the ball down. He's looking for options. Plays the ball into Bruno. Back out to Trippier. Trippier again just tries to play Bruno into that angled pass. Again, good viewing from Trippier there. He tries again to play a nice little ball into Bruno, but it was well blocked. Anthony Gordon with a bit of skill plays it into Baltimore.
In the middle though.
Yeah, well, he's come off that left-hand side, and as you saw there, Jacob Ramsey has gone out to the left-hand side just to, switch it up a little bit. And again, I don't mind that. 2 or 3 players making different runs, because it just gets Benfica thinking. If they've gone man for man type of thing, if that's been their instruction, where does that player go? Does he stay with the player inside, or does he go with the man that he's been asked to mark? So I quite like to see players move, if I like. Byrne now on that left back position, up to Anthony Gordon, plays it first time into Jacob Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey just tries a little flick, but it's gone straight back to Benfica. Benfica now with a run down that right-hand side. Dedic with a bit of a drop of the shoulder into the angle, into the penalty area. Luca Bayo there with a shot that's come off the head of, is that Botman?
Yeah, it's Botman.
Botman with the bum fluff.
That similar to that Shar injury. Remember that Shar injury? Yeah,
this has got him on the front of the forehead. Oh, it's on the top of the head, to be fair. Ooh. He ducked his head to the ball. I must admit, these players seem to go down quite easily now when they get hit with the ball into the head. I can understand it when it hits them on the temple or something like that. Corner into the near post again. It's flicked onto the back stick. A little bit too much on that though. Jacob Ramsey again trying to do something with Rio. It's cleared long up the field of play, and again it's just clearing the lines for Newcastle to get the shape back. Benfica now just inside their own half. Silva. Otamendi. Again, Arsenal's not really been involved in the game this time. Again, long diagonal ball up towards Luca Bayo, and it's headed back by Dan Byrne to Pope, nice and easily. Again, Pope, he just waiting, biding his time, trying to draw the Benfica players towards him. Pavlidis comes and takes the bait, and it's a throw straight away back to Botman. Botman with a bit of time to bring the ball forward. Plays a nice ball into Gordon. Gordon sees Murphy on the inside. Tries to get Voltemada. Voltemada sees Trippier on the right-hand side. Trippier now. Back to Voltemada. He steps over. And there's nobody to pick that ball up. It's come out to Miley, though. Miley on the edge of the box. He plays it back out to Trippier. Trippier now dinks the ball in towards the penalty spot. It's headed clear by Benfica. It's come back towards Trippier, though, who's just let the ball run. Gives him a bit more time to turn the ball. It gives it into Bruno into Voltemada's time to turn. Dinks the ball into Anthony Gordon. Gets it out of his feet. A shot that's come to Jacob Ramsey. Voltemada!
Oh my
goodness. I think it was a deflection. I think it's out for a corner to Newcastle. Nice build-up play again by Newcastle there. Voltemada plays the ball into Gordon. Gets the shot deflected. It falls to Jacob Ramsey, who just allows the ball to run to Voltemada. And there's only one thing in Voltemada's mind. That's to try and find that corner. But it's deflected. Corner to
Almost,
Newcastle. Let's
mate.
do something different. He's orchestrating the crowd there, Voltamana, trying to get them off the seats. Get a bit of noise going. Ball into by Trippier. Oh, there's a header! Oh, Miley from the 6-yard box puts the ball over the bar. Oh, it was an open header as well, wasn't it?
It was a surprise. I think it was.
Yeah, he was totally unchallenged there. Just couldn't get over the top of it. Unlucky, Louis Smiley. Should have done better, though, to be fair. Benfica with the goal kick. Again, just taking the time. Trubin goes long. Again, just playing down this channel. Pavlidis gets the throw in there. Arsnes just
Pretty
gives
good
it
start.
back. Yeah, it's a Berenchia. Silva now. Again, just Newcastle happy for them to have the ball in their back line on the halfway line here. Diagonal ball looking for Arsnes, but again, there's far too much on that. Marino's just asked them to calm down and just look at the passing. It's exactly what we want to see Eddie Howe doing. Just calm it down. Trippier throws the ball into Bruno, and again it's deflected out for another throw into Newcastle. He always, Marino just looks like he's got the world on his shoulders during every game. He's such an emotional coach, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Ball into the middle. Again, under no real challenge from Newcastle. Ball down the line to Arsnes. Berenchia again gets a little bit of a challenge by Miley there, and the referee gives it to Benfica. Benfica taking ball quick out to Dedic on that right-hand side. Dedic inside to Rios.
Yep.
Rios gets challenged out by Jacob Ramsey. He allows the play on. Anthony Gordon now. Voltamada goes on the outside of him. Gordon through the middle. Anthony Gordon through the middle. Oh, he just runs away from him just when he's going to pull the trigger.
That's not a foul.
Bruno. Get on with
up.
it. Miley out to Murphy. Murphy's inside the box on that angle. Is a shot across box. Oh, to the back stick. The keeper, Trubin, gets his fingertips to it, and it just pushes it past the post for another Newcastle corner. Really good start in the second half, though, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, no, good, really good start. I like what we're seeing. The players now thinking before they pass. And, I mean, this one, it was going to be a cross, I think, but either way, almost.
Yeah. Make the keeper work. I always say that. If you can make the keeper work, you're doing half the job. Corner for Newcastle. Trippier now with the in-swinger. Coming into that 6-yard box. And there's a keeper goes down, flapping a little bit there, to be fair. But this dodgy referee sees something, and he's given the free kick to Trubin. Bloody goalkeepers get so much from the referees today. It's ridiculous. So much. It's like you can't even go anywhere near them now. Anyway, goal kick to Benfica. Again, Newcastle, usual high press. They've gone to the right hand side to Dedic. Anthony Gordon on the close, but they've tried to force. Well done to Jacob Ramsey. Used a bit of his body part there to push him off the ball, but again, poor ball inside. Allows Benfica to get that ball back. Otamendi. Out onto this left-hand side, Araujo. Again, ball down into Sudakov. Again, not really being involved in the great ball across there. And Dan Burn was in two minds whether to try and cut the ball back, but he decided not to. Luca Bayo now into the box, comes onto his left foot, shapes to shoot. But again, the angle is not good, and it's a crazy wild shot from 25 yards there by Berenchia. That's gone high and wide of the Newcastle goal. Again, it's just one ball out. When you can see there's a runner inside, you've got Sudakov who's made a light run centrally. It draws the player in, which is Dan Burn. He sees there's a player there that needs to be marked. Dan Burn comes away from Luca Bacchio, and it's just a simple ball out to the right wing. And Dan Burn then has to make a decision. Do I try and intercept it, or do I allow it to run and then just go? And to be fair, I think he made the right decision there. Long ball up towards Dan Burn again, but again, it's not really headed back towards the Newcastle players. Benfica take control again, but it's in the Benfica half. So again, a half press from Newcastle with Voltamoda towards Trubin. Murphy on the press again, and again, it's given straight back to Newcastle from that press. So, yeah, what are you doing there? Ball up to Trippier, and Trippier just couldn't sort his feet out, and the ball's gone through his feet and out for the throw-in, Benfica. And luckily for Newcastle, though, it's right in the Benfica half. And Araújo to take. Thomas Araújo. Into the feet of Rusnes. And again, just kicked up the ball, hoping to get something. And again, it's given back to Newcastle, and it's a bit of a tussle. And it's fallen back to Benfica. Araújo again. Goes all the way back to Otamendi. Again, a little bit of space for Otamendi to play in here. Again, Newcastle just stepping off, and well done Anthony Gordon, because he's pinched the ball back there from Luca Baikio, because nobody was talking to him.
Yeah,
Dan
nice.
Burn up to Voltamoda, into Bruno, into Gordon. Gordon again, it's just not a really good ball, but well done Trippier. Sees the danger, down to Murphy. Murphy into the box, little dink, but it's too close to the keeper that time, and it's easy for the keeper to pluck out the air. But in the 59th minute, ladies and gentlemen, and it's 1-0 still to Newcastle. And Tonali's now warming up, stretching them hamstrings. We're coming close to the 60 minutes, as you said.
I think Tonali's fine. He just, wanted to rest him a bit. And he'll
let him
come
get
on and
over.
see what he can do.
Yeah, let him get over that bug. Like I say, if there's no need for him, but it's now a game of control. We've got a 3-on-3 situation here. If Newcastle don't get themselves in shape, Dedic plays the ball towards Arsnes, but it's cleared by Chow. But again, easy for Benfica, as Newcastle now have gone really deep. Ball into the box, but that's deflected. Popey has kept it in play. Well done. Thought that had gone behind there. I think Pavlidis did as well. Trippier down the line, looking for. Again, it's more hope than judgment there from Trippier. Murphy got no chance of catching that. Easily given back to Benfica. Arsnes, Araújo. So I think that was Barancheria, wasn't it? Aruznas down this right hand side again. Diagonal ball, trying to angle it in there to Sudakov, but again, nothing happening. Goes straight through to Pope. Chow, just outside the Newcastle ball up to Voltamoda, who does well. Gives it to Miley. Miley goes out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon's got time to bring the ball under control. He's got a chance to play if he wants to. Goes down the line, beats Dedic. Ball into the box in the near post, but again, Voltamoda didn't go for that one. It's headed clear by Benfica, and I think what's going on here?
What happened? Somebody's gone down.
Dedic has got. Whether it's his groin that's gone?
And groin, yeah. And groin.
Holding his groinal area.
Unless he is.
You could see he pulled up. He pulled up when Anthony Gordon was running against him.
Barnes and Joe Linton coming in for Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Jacob Ramsey and Anthony Gordon will be coming out. It's crazy if that's the case, though, because he has got the beating of Dedic all night long here, Anthony Gordon. So I would have waited until, to see what happens with Dedic here, because while he's got this issue, you keep Anthony Gordon on.
Maybe Barnes zigzagging might also exploit that. Maybe not with pace, but with dribble. Maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Ivanovic looks like he's coming on in place of of Dedic anyway.
Yeah, he's grabbing his stuff.
Yeah, he's grabbing his Ivanovic.
You know.
Yeah, he's Dedic. He's so. And here we go. Murphy's coming off. Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Murphy's coming off, and now we've got J7 on for Murphy.
And Lewis Miley coming off. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Okay, that's it. Well, you know, at the end of the day.
Oh no, it's
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's a shame. I wanted to see a little bit more from Ramsey, to be fair. So Barnes on this right-hand side then. That's a call and a half. No Elanga.
Yeah, Elanga.
I wonder whether he's going to try Elanga on the left-hand side.
What?
Give him 15 minutes. Yeah.
Maybe bring as he brings on Tonali, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
Ivanovic, Croatian player.
Arujo now for Benfica plays the ball into the slot to try and get runners onto it. It was a Italian ball, just couldn't get it under control. And going straight back into Pope's possession, who again just draws the play and then throws it out to Botman on that left-hand side. Botman now up to the centre of Miley. Miley gives it to Botman, who gives it to Bruno. Bruno sees Trippier out on this right-hand side. Trippier tries to play it into, but again, Barnes is offside there. He tried to play it into Voltemada, running through the centre.
Lately,
just really poor, if I'm honest with you. Free kick to Benfica. So back with Trubin. Silva now. Again hustled, and Rio gets the ball. Berenchia. Again, it's all rushed down that right-hand side, and there's players going down. I mean, Uznes has gone to that right-hand side now. So again, I don't know whether he's trying to support the pace of Anthony Gordon down that right-hand side to try and get them some support, because Ivanovic has come on. So it looks like Uznes has gone onto that right-hand side. I'm not sure whether he's playing right back or whether they've just gone to a 3 at the back. But there's a player who's gone down here, and I don't know, somebody off the bench of Benfica looks like he's had the yellow card, one of the coaches. I don't know who that was. But Trippier stands on the player, and again, everybody's up off the chair. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but he's on a yellow card. Benfica now. That's Mende on the halfway line. Again, just looking for that ball, that release ball over the top, and Newcastle trying to keep a square line at the back, holding it high. Again, Ivanovic just runs straight into Trippier there. Nice easy ball across to that right-hand side with Silva now, just making a bit of a run through with a couple of players there. Plays a nice ball into Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio into Berenchia. Again, just Benfica just taking the time, not rushing. Arsnes just trying to create something with one-touch football. Well watched there from J7. Gives it to Anthony Gordon, who's got, again, a little bit of green grass to run into. He's got past 2 players. Going back now onto the back line. Again, running to the byline. He's looked for the cross. Again, Silva has to go across to meet him, and it's out for another corner to Newcastle. Really good play that was, and it was good running from Anthony Gordon. He committed players to him. He beat past 2 players, couldn't keep up with him. And then he runs towards the back line, again keeping it towards that penalty area, draws Silva out towards him, and then unfortunately doesn't get any just rewards from it. So great play from Anthony Gordon. That it's what we need to see him doing more of.
Corner. Got to be able to score. Come on.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Oh, set play.
It's gone short. Trippier again pulls it back. Something different there.
Another one.
Didn't really work off though, did it? Deflected
and another
Pavlos.
one bites the dust. Thank you very much, Random Access, for the £10 super chat. So glad for Gordon, says Random. Thank you very much, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Appreciate you very much indeed. Proba.
Yeah, he needed a good game, to be fair. And I say he's not done too bad today. Trippier again with a corner, just waiting for this to come into the box. It comes towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's flicked out to the back stick. Bruno now picks the ball up. Again, he's got lots of bodies. He gets pulled to the ground there. The referee what's Bruno rolling around there, demanding a decision. Yeah, demanding a decision. Again, well done Newcastle, because they stop Benfica on the attack. A little ball, dangerous ball there from Benfica. Seem to get away with it. Silva now. Again, Newcastle just jogging back into the 4-5-1 formation. Berenchia looks to that left-hand side. Well, good, great control there from Ivanovic against Trippier. Trippier trips him. And, it was Barnes, sorry. Barnes trips him. Let's have a look at this.
Well, he was.
You know
held.
what? There was some holding there.
Yeah, he was certainly held.
Yeah, but according to what the referees just signalled in his ear, it was looked at and there wasn't given. So, but like I said, it doesn't go our way with these pair.
I think the rolling around like an alligator, like a crocodile, didn't help his cause whatsoever.
No. Benfica again playing the ball across the line, again well defended by Big Dan Burn. Gets his big leg to it, out for another corner to Benfica.
But I don't know why Burn always looks knackered, man.
Yeah,
every time.
When he gets to, it's a long way up, mate, getting off the floor.
That's why I've never seen a giraffe sitting down.
Yeah, I haven't seen a tree big enough. Luca Bacchio now in the in-swinger. Again, nice delivery. Thumped clear that time by Pope. Headed back to Luca Bacchio on that left-hand side. Waiting for the next delivery to come in. Luca Bacchio into the box, but this should be Pope's nice and easy. Have we got an out here for Pope? No, he does. He sees a good run from Harvey Barnes on this right-hand side. The ball's come through. Harvey Barnes, it's a good throw. Harvey Barnes is through on goal. Harvey Barnes plays the ball across the box. Oh, what a goal! An assist for Popey. Oh, my days. Can you believe it? Look how happy they are for Popey. It's like Popey's just scored a goal. What the heck?
He got an assist there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Popey with an assist. That is hilarious.
That's unbelievable.
That's poor defending if I've ever seen it from Silva, to be fair, though. Again, you look at the flight of the ball. He comes to meet the ball. He doesn't get to it, and it allows the run of Barnes, who, again, he's got a sight for goal across box there. And it's in off the post. It's a cracking shot across the goalkeeper.
An unbelievable play, though.
Fabulous. Yeah.
That is a throw. That's a baseball throw right there, man.
Yeah. Look at that. What a throw that is.
Yeah, but I tell you, he missed that one.
Awful defending from Silva, yeah.
I did not think he was going to. That's precision. Rolex precision, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Because he's using his good foot, his right foot, to get it across the keeper, and he needs the post to bring it back into goal. But it's the spin on the ball that allows that to happen, you see.
Oh,
look at that. Underneath the goalkeeper's hands. Well done. Superb.
Proba.
Woohoo! Newcastle 2, Benfica 0. Is the pressure off us? Is it, Eck?
I think it's a needed win for the Toon. to say the least.
Otamendi, yeah, he's looking up to the stars there. Otamendi. Like I said, now I'd make a couple of changes just to see what happens. You know what I mean? That's what I'd say. Go and have a look at, Ilanga on the left-hand side or something crazy like that. You've got all the pace in the world. Gordon's done enough work. 70 minutes now. I'd certainly have a look at something. The ball all the way back to Trubin. Being closed down there. Oh, Trubin's with a dodgy. Well done. Oh! Well done, Miley, there, because Miley in with that challenge. Sliding challenge. Nearly gives the ball back to Voltemada for another chance. Dangerous play by Benfica, playing in their own box. Good closing the space there. Again, pushing the Benfica backwards rather than forwards. Ball played into Rio. Again, Baranchia just looking up to try and find opportunities there. Not a lot of movement for Benfica to aim at. They've got one over the top, but he's well offside. Sudakov. Been quiet tonight, Sudakov, to be fair. One of their danger men.
Lovely. Well, this is the exact 3 points we needed.
We've still got 18 minutes. I'm going to say we've still got 18 minutes in injury time.
If we bottle it.
Yeah. Wait till that big lady sings, mate. That's what I always say. Oh, come on, ref. Voltemada never gets a foul against him when somebody climbs on his shoulders.
Oh, yeah, that is ridiculous.
Absolutely mental. Ball up to Voltemada this time. Again, he's on his own a little bit in that centre circle. Ball back to Benfica. Berenchia now. Again, opportunity on that right-hand side, but decides against it. Comes ball back. And again, it's Harvey Barnes tracking back. Comes to Miley. Miley now looks up. Sees Bruno with a touch out of his feet around the player. Lovely play. Bruno now down this right-hand side. Keeps on going towards the penalty box. Now he's knackered. He's gone. That's what I said. He's felling the tree now, mate.
It's like when you're running in your dreams, you know?
Yeah. He's coming through mud towards the end. He's blowing out of his bottom. Bless
I agree, Gio. When you vote to score, that would be lovely.
Has the referee given a free kick?
That distribution right there. This is the goal.
This is the goal. But, I mean, great running from Harvey Barnes.
I mean, that is.
He forces the issue, and that's what I said. That's quality. It's what we need to be doing all the time. Really good thinking from both players there.
Harvey Barnes' execution, it almost feels like he's got no
Look at that celebration. Oh, I love the Pope celebration. Oh, they've given a corner to Newcastle. Okay. Oh, it's not. It is a free kick. Free kick to Newcastle. Trippier with a little dink to the back stick. Into the middle. Oh, Bruno. I thought he was going to come down to Bruno. Yeah. But Luca Bayo just gets the ball and he clears it for a corner to Newcastle. I thought Bruno had got an open goal there for a second, you know. Corner for Newcastle. Trippier to take again. Jostling on the edge of the penalty area this time now. And all looking for this ball to be delivered in and around the penalty spot, I would have thought. Ball in, yeah. Ooh, headed towards the back stick. Big Dan Burn can retrieve this. He can. He plays, gets the ball back. Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon comes inside. Plays the ball towards the penalty area. Header! Oh! Big J7 there with a header. Glancing header just past the far post. Unlucky. Got everybody off the seat. Just not enough purchase on it. Well, he's off. It was off his back, actually. Yeah, it was. That's why there's no purchase on it. It was off his back. Goal kick to Benfica. Mad Dog and Eddie having a chat. Well done, J7. Plays it out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon got a lot of grass to run into. Plays the ball too early in my eyes. He'd got so much time there, Anthony Gordon, to go and have attack inside the box. Decides against it. Anyway, ball's back with Benfica. Again, playing quite dodgy football, Benfica, to be fair. In the edge of their... Mad Dog's not going to give you time, lad. J7. chasing everything
Bulldozing.
down there. Again, just cleared the lines, Benfica, and it's come up to Luca Bacchio. And again, Botman's come through the back of him, and it's a free kick on the halfway line, taken quickly. Luca Bacchio driving towards the Newcastle back four, but again, they've decided to go backwards a little bit. Rio. Over on that to Silva. Hersnes now is playing on that right-hand side. Looks like Luca Bacchio's playing more of a central figure now, trying to get two up top. Pavlidis goes into the middle. He's closed down by Botman. Botman wins the ball back. You've got time there, son. He plays it out to Trippier. Trippier plays it back to Bruno. Bruno up the line to Barnes. Barnes now through the legs of I don't know who that was, to be fair.
Hey.
It was Meggs anyway. I think it was Ivanovic. It's come through to Botman again. Who cares? Yeah, exactly. Miley back to Botman. Again, just Newcastle slowing the game down. Just trying to draw Benfica onto them to get some more space behind. Anthony Gordon running again. Loads of room he can run to down that left-hand side. Dan Burns in front of him, bless him. Come on, Dan, get back into position, son. Anthony Gordon takes his player on down that left-hand side, does really well. Forces the corner. Superb play again from Anthony Gordon. Hersnes does well to get the deflection. 78 minutes gone. Corner to Newcastle, still leading 2-0. Again, in no rush Newcastle now to take this. Everybody queuing up, all in a line there at that back stick.
There we go.
Ball comes over. Again, it's too close to Trubin. I think that was Botman there. Trubin goes long.
But Mendy, be careful
Looking, oh, look at that. Ball just hits the back of the head, but big hoof from Dan Burn. Back towards the centre circle. Miley, Bruno. Again, Bruno does well to do the turn. Ball over the top for Anthony Gordon to run onto, but again, it's a little bit too strong for Anthony Gordon this time from Bruno. He gets the applause, and Bruno apologises for hitting it too long. Maybe 20 minutes ago he'd have caught that. I think it's time for another change, Gaffer. Benfica now.
Might be. I don't know if I would probably wouldn't risk Tonali though if he's still, in case he's lingering.
No, normally if there's no need, like I say, and he's got this bug around him, and if he has got this so-called muscle problem as well, I would leave it. I think he's only on the bench tonight, just in case type of situation. Well done, J7 again. Oh, J7 gets deemed as if that was a foul there. I can't believe it if it is. I mean, like I say, it looks like Rios just come together in the middle. Ball across from Benfica, diagonal towards Hersnes on that right-hand side. But again, it's more than hope with precision. It's gone out for a throw into Newcastle. Again, looking quite stern, Marino. Malik Chow now.
He's knocking.
Trippier into the middle.
Win is hoping that he will stop for the statue.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. Gordon with a shot.
What a nice shot there. Be careful.
Yeah, Gordon coming inside there and taking the shot at the near post. Just high and wide. Again, Benfica happy to play from the back. Launches up towards the midfield. Again, it's taken off them quite easily. Again, Anthony Gordon down that left-hand side. Anthony Gordon pushing towards the byline. Oh, he's gone over. It's got to be a penalty, ref. It's got to be a penalty.
It's a penalty.
It has to be a penalty.
Oh, he called it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say that has to be a penalty.
If Walter Mata better grab that one.
That's got to be a penalty, surely to God. What? Oh, I know I've seen it again, to be fair. Anthony Gordon does put his body, and once he gets his body in front of him, he goes over quite comfortably.
He gives him that knee in the back of the leg, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a penalty. You're joking. Okay. It doesn't surprise me with this referee.
I thought he pointed at the spot.
I know he did. He must have pointed for a goal kick. J7 there now.
Come on, man.
J7. Oh, there's a chance here. Walter Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon plays it through to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes! Has it gone in? Oh, you're joking. It's in. Yay! Goal! I can't believe that.
No, what the heck is going on?
It paused just as Barnes gets the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a message. Go on.
No, that's a great assist right there by Walter Matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Newcastle. 3-0 now.
Rupa.
Harvey Barnes with 2 coming in off this right-hand side. Have we got a new winger, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, well.
Left-hand side for God. Just to have a look. To have a look.
Where's the... make sure we're good there. Yep.
Oh, we got Benfica down the right-hand side. Again, it's more hope than judgment. Giving the ball back to Newcastle, and it's deflected. Anthony Gordon does well there to deflect it against a Benfica player. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Arsnes. I can see Asula and Elanga coming on now. So obviously, Walter Messi's going to get a rest, I would have thought.
Maybe so.
And I think he's got to give Anthony Gordon a rest.
Oh, yeah. He's got to come off. And Elanga, here's the moment.
Yeah.
There we go. So 84 minutes, Elanga coming on. Come on, Elanga. I trust you, man.
Yeah. And I want to see Elanga do... Anthony Gordon looks like he's the one coming off as well. So Elanga. Now, are you going to put Harvey Barnes on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side? Surely. Don't do that.
And those two. By the way, Walter Mata, maybe he's going to get an assist. He's going to be on the score sheet, but as far as the assist is concerned, but his link-up play, I mean, passing the ball to Barnes, and it's critical, man, that he's on the team in the attack.
Yeah, I think Messi, Walter Messi, was the one who passed it through to Anthony Gordon. I think it was Anthony Gordon who found Barnes.
Maybe co-assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, a goal and an assist for Gordon, which is, like I say, which is exactly what you want. You've got to start creating the opportunities and the chances. So well done, lads. Newcastle 3, Benfica 0, 86th minute. Trippier back to Pope. Again, if you look at the body language of Benfica, they've not really on the press at the minute. Oh, that's pretty poor there from Byrne, to be fair. Gives it back to Benfica, Rios Neb. Oh, again, poor ball from Benfica going forward. Straight back. And that's, again, poor ball from Trippier. Out of play for the halfway line for a throw into Benfica. Again, it's like a sloppy ball. Would it be, for me, wouldn't it have been worth to give Crafty a run out on the right back situation? I mean, again, he's been carrying this, minor knock. So I would have liked to have seen Crafty have a go as well. Little dink in the box, but that's too easy for Pope. Pope goes
Too
down
easy.
like a tree. I only got 8 seconds, remember, Pope?
Well, I think it's a well-deserved victory, and
they've controlled the second half. To be fair, it's a different team from the first half. I think it looked very nervous in the first half, and they needed that goal just to settle them. But the second half, they've looked a different team altogether. But Trippier, what the hell are you doing, lad? He's just given that ball straight back to Benfica. Ivanovic down this left-hand side again. Poor ball back, but Bruno deflects it for a Benfica throw-in. Berenchia. Oh, God blimey. That is awful. I mean, that is absolutely awful. Again, these are hopeful balls forward. They're actually aimed to nobody for Benfica. And this is what I said. You cannot go on what's happened or what's happening in Portuguese leagues, because it's head and tails, it's head and shoulders compared to what we have to play week in, week out.
And it's not even the same as saying, Bayern Munich, they destroy their league. And Bayern Munich is on another level than Benfica. So it's not even like Benfica might be good in Portugal, but they're still way levels below what most teams, in the Prem or even in the Bundesliga.
Oh, absolutely.
It's some would call, a farmers league as well, which I don't think so.
Inside. Come on. Out to Bruno. Bruno on this right-hand side. Oh, drops a shoulder. Carries inside. He's about 35 yards out. Plays the ball square to J7. J7 out to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes now plays the ball back to J7 on the edge of the penalty area. J7's looking to try and get himself an angle to shoot, but he's crowded out by Berenchia. And again, a ball, he's half-heartedly pressed out, and it's given straight back to Newcastle. Harvey Barnes looks up for this tonight. Harvey Barnes has got a shout for it. What?
Harvey Barnes man of the match to me.
To be fair, Harvey Barnes is. That's what I said. He's such a confidence player. He's got his 2 goals now, and he's playing like he can beat anybody at the minute. Elanga, I'd love to see Elanga score. Elanga on that touchline tries to get a cross in, but again, Thomas Araujo just gets the block on, and the ball's out for a corner kick to Newcastle. And Willock coming on now.
Another
Who's
change.
Willock coming on for Bruno, I would have thought.
Yeah. I don't think it was one of the best games for Bruno, by the way.
I think he's done what he needed to do, mate, to be fair. I don't think he needed to do any more than he has done. And fair play to him. It's like I said, that I think Willock has to force himself back into this side now. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Corner then. Elanga into the box towards the back stick. Oh, it's a header down to the ball. Yeah, great header that was from Botman. Down to the far corner. It was saved by Trubin. Back to Botman this time. Out to Barnes. Barnes now gets it over his feet. Fires it back into the box. Willock back stick. Asula goes front post to try and head it. Willock comes back stick. Man. Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be number 4. Yeah, he was onside. Willock.
How did he miss that?
Yeah.
He's still lost in the maze.
Yeah, I think. Oh, dear. Unreal. Goal kick after all that. Went into the 91st minute of 2 minutes added on. Newcastle 3, Benfica 0. Throw into Benfica on the halfway line. Back to Otamendi. Again, Elanga closing that ball down. Trubin not really got time. Ball kicked long, but Chow easy drops it down off the chest to Trippier. Trippier down the line, plays a nice ball in. We've got Asula now on the ball, plays it square to J7. J7 gets it over his feet, tries a shot in. Oh, what a great shot that was from J7. Trubin claws it past the post. Wow, great pass. Great bit of play as well from Newcastle again. Shaping it into that far bin. Well done, Trubin. Corner to Newcastle. Could have been 4. And now they're playing with a little bit of pizzazz, some excitement. It looks like anybody, when they get the ball, could and wants to score, which is great news. Do the corner to Elanga. Outswing it again. Good ball in again, causing a lot of danger. The ball falls out to Trippier. 40 yards out, squares it. A little dink back into the goal. It's going to nobody. It's fell to Dan Burn on 30 yards. Oh, Dan Burn! What a shot from Dan Burn! Ball doesn't go out of play, though. It comes back to, I think that's Chow. Goes out to the line, and again, Chow just, unfortunately, runs out of space, and it's a goal kick to Benfica. But what a shot from Dan Burn there. Off his chest. I mean, it was a striker's shot, that was, lad.
And that's it, ladies and gents.
Well done.
The
Newcastle
Toon
3.
are back at it, winning back-to-back Champions League matches. That's a good one. That's good. Getting
That
3
is excellent.
points. We'll have to
Yeah.
see what we look at like in the table. But yeah, full time, ladies and gents. We're gonna get into the match reaction just now. You can come on and have your say in just 1 minute. I want to thank Trolls for gifting a membership that went to Dark Side of the Moon. Michael McIntyre for a super sticker 10-pounder. Queen of Heart giving us memberships, 5 of them. Thank you very much, Queenie. Michael McIntyre with another 2-pound super chat. Geotoon with a pound super chat. Trolls 50 Norwegian krona, as well as QUP with 25 Norwegian krona. Trolls with 20 Norwegian krona. I don't think I said thanks to you, Trolls, again. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Rebecca became a member. Welcome to the membership club. Consider upgrading your membership to the NTTV Plus. That way you get every single thing that we put out, and the first one might be going away at some point. So consider upgrading. Ian Fleming, thank you very much, mate. Queen of Heart, as well as Random Access. Thank you very much, Bunny Lad. And QUP, John, back becoming a member. Consider upgrading to the NTTV Plus tier. I think it's just £1 more than the other one. So consider upgrading. Thank you very much, all of you, though, for supporting the channel and helping us move forward. It's been a lovely show. We're going into the match reaction right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. You should be redirected. If not, look it up on the channel live. Match reaction 3-0. It's more like it. There we go. We'll see you in a minute, folks. Away the lads.
Away the lads, lassies and